It's Thursday, October 28th. This is the FM104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy. This show contains strong language and content not suitable for those under the age of 15. Tonight, we've left the studio and are coming to you live from a mystery, terrifying location. Earlier this evening, Adrian and Jeremy were taken from the FM104 studios blindfolded. They have been driven to a location where 3 hours of hell awaits. Now, we go live to Adrian and Jeremy for this, the FM104 Phone Show Halloween Special.
Are we on? Oh, we are.
I think we are.
Sorry, Pat. Can you just tell us, Jeremy, where are you?
I don't know. Where are you?
I'm over here.
Sorry, can someone just put their arm around my...
This way, Jeremy.
Sorry, are you there, Jeremy?
I can't see where this way is, Pat.
Alright.
And can someone come over to me, please?
Good evening and welcome to the FM104 Phone Show, and I believe we're live on the air now. Are we live, Pat?
We are live.
Okay, we are standing somewhere.
Sorry, Adrian, where are you?
I'm over here, here.
Hold on.
Sorry, we literally
Okay,
can't
there we
see
go.
a thing. Okay, what I can describe around me now are trees, wind, and a bit of rain.
And we've been travelling in a Jeep for what is it? It's about an hour and a half now at this stage, isn't it? Blindfolded since the time we left FM104. We've been blindfolded. We're blindfolded talking to you now. This is a surreal experience. And what I can tell you is that we're standing on ground that isn't solid.
No,
It's
certainly isn't.
there's a tree beside me which I backed into just before we came on air, and I can't see around me. It's just pitch dark.
Now, the reason we can't see behind us or around us is because we've blindfolds on. We just got out of a Jeep about 5 minutes ago and we were brought to where we are now. And I haven't a bull's notion where I have. Have you any idea, Jeremy?
No, the one thing I will say, we've been standing here for the last 5 minutes, and
It's cold enough.
I don't know if you can pick this up listening at home, but there's ferocious wind blowing through the trees here. So it feels like there's... let me just... hang
Pat,
on.
where are you, Pat?
Pat, where are you?
Oh, there you are.
All right,
Okay,
lads,
this
just
is-
to set the scene. Last year, we brought you to Wicklow Jail.
Yep.
The year before that, it was Charleville Castle. And this year, we thought we'd do something a bit different.
This is certainly different, Pat.
It is. Well, you're kind of in the right direction. You are surrounded by trees. You're in a forest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so how long before we get to our location?
We are about, I'd say, a 10-minute walk away from our final location tonight.
Okay,
And
can I just say...
I just advise you to stand still, Jeremy, because you're surrounded. Your footing is completely. You're about to fall.
I know, I
Hang
don't
on,
know where
hang
I'm
on,
standing.
this way.
I don't know.
Just stand still.
And I don't know... What is that sound that's in the background? I know I can hear the wind whistling.
what are you thinking you're hearing?
What is sort of... Woo, woo. What's that?
I don't know.
It's hardly elves at this hour of the night,
Right,
so...
lads, we're going to move you a bit closer towards your final location.
Pat,
So
we-
I'll just ask you to hold on to each other a little bit if you
Oh,
can, Jeremy.
where are you?
This way. Just over here.
Okay. I have somebody, I don't know who I'm grabbing onto.
Okay, we're going to walk very slowly.
Okay.
Remember, we
Who's
are in
holding my
forest,
arm there?
So
That's me.
the ground isn't stable, so this way. Come on, this way.
Okay.
Okay, so, lads, don't leave me behind here. Hello? Where are you?
Who am I holding onto?
Jeez.
You're holding on to me, Adrian. This way.
Okay, Pat, I'm following you.
Sorry, you're after leaving me here. Hello?
Where are you?
Come on.
I'm just afraid of walking into a tree or something like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, you're listening to the FM104 Phone Show.
Like you've never heard it before.
Literally, we
And like-
are...
and like we've never seen
myself
it
and
before.
Jeremy, at this moment, are blindfolded. We can see nothing. And I'm holding on to Pat. Jeremy, where are you?
I've no idea. Just someone
And
has my arm here. I don't know
Pat's
what I'm
just
doing.
described that we are in a forest and we're walking to the location that we're doing our show from. And Pat has organised this entire show this year, so
Hello?
everything that we're doing. is,
Sorry,
down
lads,
to
lads.
Pat. Yes, hello.
You've left me behind, I think. Where am I?
Quick, Jeremy, come on.
Okay. Okay, the one thing we do know is that we're in a forest. I take that.
Where
Pat, have
are
we
you?
confirmed that we're in a forest?
Yes, sure. I'm after bumping into a tree.
Can you tell us what county we're in even?
Can we have any clues, Pat?
No, you won't even tell us that.
I'll give you a clue. This place has been described as the most evil place on Earth.
On Earth?
On Earth.
Oh, thanks, Pat.
We don't do it by halves here, so this way. The whole phone show team is standing by. In the
Can I just say, it's absolutely freezing.
That's a tree, Adrian. Be careful.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
The whole phone show team is standing by, along with, we have some psychics, we have some mediums, and we have a whole load of surprises lined up for you tonight, so you're going to enjoy this, Adrian.
Well, all I can say is I've never done a phone show in the 13 years I've done this programme in wellies and blindfolded, in gale force winds, in a forest. So this is new to me. Where are you, Jeremy?
I don't. Just stand wherever you are, would you, for God's sake? Hold on. Hang on a sec. That's me tapping your shoulder, is it?
Right. Grab on.
Lads, I've got to be honest with you, when we thought about this, it was a great idea. Looking at it now, I am having doubts about how it's going to go tonight. It is completely exposed. We are somewhere where you wouldn't normally broadcast a radio show.
Okay, somebody's shining. So there's a bright light straight in front. I can see through the blindfold. Is that
torch,
what's that?
It's my torch.
Is that your torch?
That's the torch, yeah.
No. Okay.
Okay, we are about 6 minutes away from where we're going to end up for the night. Oh.
What did you describe this place as, Pat, a few minutes ago?
The most evil place on Earth.
The most
Pat,
evil
what am I
place
walking
on
on here?
You're just coming over some undergrowth there.
Sorry, did you say the most evil place on Earth?
Quick.
Ah.
You alright?
Oh, what was that?
You alright?
Sorry.
Adrian, just
Must
take
have
your
something.
blindfold off if it's. Pat,
Oh,
you just who
When can we
described this
take
place
thing
as
off?
the most evil place on Earth? Pat, where are you?
Jeremy, I'm over here.
What did you describe this place as?
It's been described as the most evil place on Earth.
Oh, we're going to the mother-in-law's house.
And it's also,
You have to crack jokes when you're walking through a forest
it's also been
blindfolded.
described, Jeremy, as the passageway to hell.
But then it's definitely the mother-in-law's house.
Make of that what you will. Adrian, just be careful here. We are
Okay,
going
it's starting to get more
Okay.
grassy.
We are coming out of the forest now a little bit. Not much, mind you, but Jeremy is on the ground. Okay, we're going to pick
Hang
you
on.
up. Hang on. Jeremy,
Lads, can I take the blindfold off, seriously?
this way.
Pat, when can we take these blindfolds off?
Considering Jeremy's on the ground, maybe we should do it about now.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
on the
no,
count
I'm
of
okay,
three,
I'm
lads.
Okay, I'm okay. There's like big holes in the ground or something like that.
Okay, lads. On the count of three,
Okay.
you can remove your blindfolds, and you might recognise where you are. But
Oh my God, it's pitch dark. That's all I can.
Oh.
Oh, this is freaky.
Now I know where the lads felt when they came out of the Chilean mine. Oh.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we've been able to look with our own eyes. We've literally had blindfolds on for the last hour and a half, give or take.
Okay, where are we? What can I describe? We're on the top of a mountain.
correct.
We are on very rough terrain.
It's absolutely pitch dark at the moment. Pat, you have a torch, don't you? Can you just aim it at the ground there, because
Oh, this is very rough terrain. We are on top of a mountain, and from where we are,
we can see nothing at the moment.
nothing at the moment, no.
All I know is the grass is very long. My God, this is...
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, you're listening to Dublin's FM104. This is Adrian Kennedy, and he's Jeremy Dixon. And we're broadcasting to life tonight from a location we still don't know where we are, even though we've taken our blindfold off. Pat, can you give us some more clues?
Okay, if you look to your right there, you'll see a very big building.
Okay.
There's lights in the background, all right. I can see lights in the background.
That's Dublin, Jeremy.
Okay.
Oh, so we're still in Dublin.
We're still in Dublin, just about.
Okay, let's just walk around here and see what we can see. Can we have a torch? Okay. By the way,
this is the scariest bit of the night so far.
it's only started. By the way, we will have photographs up on our website on fm104.ie very shortly.
Can I just say,
Anybody
Adrian,
who's,
I'm wringing wet now after falling down.
Yeah, so am I.
Sorry, what's that over? What? Look. In there.
Oh, look
Over
at
there.
that. Oh,
Pat, can you shine the torch over there? Over there.
over there, Pat. Yeah.
What is that?
Now, I have to
know what that-
confess, wherever it is we are, I have never been here before. We can see, well, we're up very high. walking around here now. What's around here?
Oh, Pat, are we nearly there? Seriously?
Where are we heading for, Pat?
That big building there.
Okay, this big building over here.
I know where we are now.
Where are we?
I know where we are now.
Because where we are right now, I've never been here before.
I know where we are.
Where are we?
And I'll tell you the reason I know where we are, because I actually came to this place during the summer on one of those nice days. It's supposed to be a nice day. It's a nice place to come when the weather is lovely. But October Halloween week, in the middle of the night in the freezing cold, it's a completely different kettle of fish. And correct me if I'm wrong, Pat, are we up at the Hellfire Club?
Correct.
That's where we are. Look, the
right.
building in the background there, look. It is the Hellfire Club, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, right. I haven't been here since I was about 8.
When you said you were bringing us somewhere completely different.
So
It's slightly different. You have to
last
admit.
year and the year before,
Yeah.
No, you've never been up here.
When I was about 8. It's a long time since I was up here.
I'm completely blown away because I thought we were going to a completely different place.
You thought we were going somewhere.
I thought we were going to are we going to be indoors or outdoors? That's the next question.
It's a little bit of both, actually. But to be honest with you, the indoors isn't great. There's no windows or shelter, really. So you're going to be exposed quite a bit during the night. But it'll all be revealed as the whole night goes on.
So did you walk us? I'm just trying to get a picture now. You actually walked us through Massey Woods.
Massey Woods, that's what it's called. It's back there to your left.
The one thing I know about that place, Adrian, is that horrific. I remember Louise Kings, our psychic, telling us about that place. Horrific things happened in those woods, and from what I believe, and I have a couple of stories. We all have stories about the Hellfire Club from when we were kids, and I believe unspeakable things happened up here. I mean, the devil. That's the story anyway that we were all told as kids, that the devil appeared up here. Now I remember coming up here, as I said, during the summer in broad daylight, and I was scared, and I can only imagine.
Well, can I just describe where we are? We're standing at the back of what looks like a wrecked old building. I can't even say I recognise it because it's pitch dark. We can see the whole of what looks like Dublin City in front of us. Is that right, Pat? I assume it is.
Yeah. So where were we earlier? We were just completely in the depths of the forest.
Yeah, when we took you from the Jeep, we brought you to the edge of the forest, and then we walked you closer to it to actually get to where we are now. So if you were walking for quite a while, I do apologise about that, but we are here now, and we are going to take you inside the building now, where we will introduce you to our team for tonight, our psychics. Louise is actually here. Listeners will recognise Louise from Friday night, so it's going to be one of those interesting nights. It's all I can tell you about now. But
all right, okay, but that's.
But would I be right in saying that this place is absolutely haunted? Is that fair to say?
Completely haunted. Like I said to you, it has been described as the most evil place on earth, and I think everybody in Dublin has a story about the Hellfire Club. So we're hoping tonight that many of you will actually ring in and tell us your stories as well as the whole night goes on, and we'll be doing a few experiments, a few challenges along the way. So we
you
just
have
see
it all worked out.
Oh, it's all worked out, believe me.
We could read.
It is one of those. I'm actually delighted that we have come up here, because it's one of those places that I think every single person that lives in Dublin knows the story about, don't they?
Everybody knows the story. Yeah, I mean it's one of those places which I think is famous just for being famous, really, in Dublin. It's the Hellfire Club. Everyone knows it. You may not have been here, but you certainly have heard about it from friends or family throughout the years. So it is one of those places that's
well, as I said, I was brought here when I was 8 with the Scouts, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the walk up here. It seemed to last forever, but I don't recognise it because it's pitch dark. I mean, we literally can't see. Well, we can see Dublin in the distance. And Pat, we're going to find out, I assume, what makes this place so freaky.
Well, looking at it now, I mean, it is kind of freaky, as you admit. It is an ancient ground, I believe, and I'm no historian, but Louise will fill us in on the whole history of the place here. We do have some historians who are here with us to fill us in on why it is so haunted, and to be honest with you, some of the stories are a bit gruesome. So, I mean, make of it what you will tonight as you hear it all unfold. All
right, well, we're going to make our way
towards it,
over towards the building.
Just looking at the building, and those of you who live in Dublin, if you look up at the Dublin mountains on a clear day, because I know I often see it when I'm driving along the M50 or whatever, and you look to your left, just on the hills before Tala, normally it is, you will see this very imposing building, literally perched on the top of a hill. And basically, from when I was up here during the summer, what I remember, it's literally just a shell now with all different rooms in it. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, you can see yourself. There's no window, there's no roof, nothing. It's all
great, Pat. So much for the lap of luxury.
And And we've got a radio studio set up here.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Let's
Okay,
make
so
our way over
we
here.
make our way in. I have to say, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm not being a chicken about this, but had I known that we were walking through Massey's Woods blindfolded, I never would have done it. So I'm glad that you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit freaked out myself, to be honest. But you have the whole evening planned out for us, Pat. You're brilliant. Okay, so let's walk over this way.
It's really bothered me because the last couple of years we've known exactly what we were doing. We've been looking after things, and now it's sort of been taken out of our hands. And I have to say, and I'm not exaggerating here, when I look at this building, the Hellfire Club, it's absolutely terrifying. It really is. It's just made of old brick, and I mean, you look up and there's little slanted windows in it, and it looks evil, doesn't it? It does, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay on this one, yeah.
Okay, we want to get around here. Okay. If you've just joined us, good evening to you. You're listening to 04.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think my microphone is back. So I think we're going to go into the building now. So do bear with us. Okay. Whoa. Just be careful, Adrian. Oof. Just be careful when you're coming in here. Keep your head down low. Now, I presume, Pat, you want me to do the usual, want me to do a tour of this place and what?
Yeah, you guessed correctly. You will be doing a full tour of the building and a bit outside as well, but we'll tell you about that later on.
Okay.
Just in front of me, the staircase, you can walk up there.
Go on, you go first. I see a few familiar faces up here already waiting for us. There's Jennifer and Suzanne. You girls. Were you in on this? Louise and Mike? Did you know about this as well, Mike?
Yes, I did.
And when we were coming through, I don't know if you heard it, we were brought through the forest blindfolded. Pat turned around and said that this has been described as the most evil place on earth. Is that fair to say?
I may not say evil, but certainly the most haunted place on earth has been described as.
Really? Ooh, okay.
Well, I'm very impressed, lads. We've just arrived in and there's a full studio set up here. This is very
Surreal.
impressive.
It
But
really is.
can I just describe, ladies and gentlemen, what I can see from this studio that has been set up here? But, and by the way, this is no bull. Jeremy and I had no idea where we were coming tonight. We knew it was all organised, but as for where we were going, I hadn't a clue.
And I'm just after looking, I forgot we had this. And I think we'll get a photograph up on the... By the way, you can check out our website, FM104.ie. There's a special link on the main page of FM104.ie where you can click and see all the photographs.
Now, they're not up quite yet, but they'll be up in just a while.
Yeah, we have Lauren putting up photographs all night. And I'm just after looking at you, Adrian, and I just remember that before we started out on our excursion earlier on this evening, we both put crucifixes around our neck.
I still have mine, yeah.
Because that's what we were told to do. So, I have a crucifix around my neck.
So have I.
Hang
on, till I just get it out here. Yeah,
I'm
mine's
absolutely
here.
freezing cold, I have to say. It's freezing up here. So here we are. And you've given us a running order as well. Okay, we're literally winging this now, ladies
Oh, Pat,
and
well
gentlemen.
done, Pat.
Okay, it's laminated as well.
And by the way, sorry, there's people I've literally after sitting down and we have a full studio here. And some of you have been texting in to say we're losing sound. That's because we were literally in a forest. So I suppose, what can you expect? But I'm now sitting in a studio. What I want to do is, in a minute or two, we want to have... I want to get to know this place a bit better. I want to know... I mean, like I said, the last time I was here was when I was 8.
Well, we all have stories about the place. I'm sure everybody here has stories. But... I mean, Louise, this is up to you. The first thing that we've always done when we did haunted shows was well, let me just ask you, Louise, a grounding. Well, we did this the last time when we were in Maitland Jail. Why is it important to do a grounding, and what is a grounding?
Well, it's just really important that we're all grounded, centred and protected. But as I was telling one of the lads, we're actually going to do a little bit different one here tonight because the dynamics is very different. We're not expecting your normal friendly ghosts that we've had in a few castles. As you can see, it's completely different. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different.
Now, when you say there's not friendly ghosts here, what is here then?
Well, you know some of the history and some of the
I've heard stories, but I'm wondering how many of them are stories and how many of them How much of it is folklore and how much of it actually happened? I mean, I have a story that I'll tell in a while that I remember when I heard it as a kid, we all sat around a campfire telling ghost stories, and I remember hearing that story, the particular story, and that scared me into ever coming up here.
Well, do you know what? I've heard them as well, and that's why I've never been here before. Obviously, I knew before you guys that this is where it was at. I wasn't going to come, if I'm really, really honest. I didn't.
And what time did you arrive here at?
I've been here since about 5:30.
And Louise, I have to say, you look very nervous. You look extremely nervous, and I've worked with you for years.
We did Charleville Castle. Do you remember the dungeon? And I'm sure a lot of listeners remember there. I'd quicker sleep there overnight by myself than be here. And that's
really?
Oh, really?
And when you're talking to the Sandman, he's very subdued. Very, very subdued. Everybody's...
Sandman is our other psychic is here, and I believe, I'm just looking at our running order, and we'll be joined by Angie and Keith as well, Freeland, who are psychics as well tonight. Yeah, Mike, you don't look yourself tonight. What's up?
I'm getting some very strange feelings here. I walked through a little bit of the forest before you arrived, and it's not a nice place, and the history bears that out. There's a lot of crime, there's been a lot of torture, there's been a lot of horrible happenings in this place.
Okay, well, I think the first thing we need to do before we do anything, I mean, I see here that
we need to take a commercial break.
Oh, do we? Can we not do the grounding first?
No, we have to take a break first, or
okay,
we'll be way behind. Sorry, lads. All right, if you've just joined us, you're listening to FM104's Phone Show. This is Adrian Kennedy and Jeremy. We've literally arrived at the secret location where we're doing tonight's show until just after midnight. We're broadcasting live tonight from the Hellfire Club on Montpellier Hill in Dublin. That's where we are. We're going to be here for the next couple of hours. We've lots of stuff, looking at the running order that's just been handed to me. So we'll take a very quick break and we're back in a couple of minutes. Don't go away.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's Phone Show with a Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here. FM 104's Phone Show with a Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
It's described as the passageway to hell. It's pitch dark, cold, and it's all live. Coming to you from the Hellfire Club in the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
Now, you're very welcome back. And thank you for joining us tonight live from Dublin, because we are live from Dublin. This is FM 104's Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy. And tonight, as you just heard, we're broadcasting from the Hellfire Club at the top of Montpellier Hill in the Dublin Mountains. Now, we've been brought into a room which, Jeremy, what's this room called?
We've literally been handed this stuff 20 minutes ago, and I'm just looking at it as we speak about the history of the place. I believe this is the kitchen and the servants' quarters. Now, for those of you who've ever been up to the Hellfire Club, you go in the front door and you go up a staircase, and on your right, I believe it's a huge, big, hollow room, really high ceiling. And I normally get bad feet.
We have our microphones up very close to our mouth. I'll just give you an idea of the echo. Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
So you can hear the echo in the room. And it's a bit, I believe it's a burnt out shell, this building, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the people here will have a story as to how it burnt out. But according to my records here, this was the servants' quarters and the kitchen. That's what it says. Oh no, sorry. The servants' quarters is below us. This is the upper floor room. So this is where the servants would bring food or whatever or drink, according to the history of this place. But I think before we do anything else, we better get grounded.
Now, we've done this before, and a grounding is basically, well, I'm not sure. Louise, our psychic, is going to explain to us exactly what a grounding is.
Well, grounding is normally just a simple ritual where you're grounding your energy so that you feel solid within yourself. So no matter what's going on around you, it will be very, very different. But actually, the room that we're actually standing in, behind me there, that actually used to be an altar. This is actually where some ritualistic practices took place.
Oh, really?
In this room, it may have been the room that they serve food, but it was also used for that.
So hold on, let me just walk over to where the altar was. Can we get a photograph of this, actually, if possible?
No, because they're actually put up on the internet now.
Okay, no bother. So this, where I'm standing here, is the altar. And what happened here?
This was one of the altars. All different rooms were used for multiple things, but there was actually a tour here a little bit earlier, so I got to see kind of what was going on, and there was a lot of girls that were pinched and screamed in this particular room. Everybody says that this is one of the most haunted ones.
Okay, well, I assume after we get grounded, I'll do my usual walk around the house on my own. So what rooms should I be looking out for? This room?
Just, the little steps, the first steps that you came up, just straight under there. There's another room where apparently a murder took place. A guy was in there recently. He was challenged to stay in there for 5 minutes, but apparently when he went home, he had big scratch marks up his back.
Now, the one thing I was told...
Isn't the same in here at all.
What are you feeling in here?
Just really don't like it, and the later and later it gets, it's just nastier and nastier it gets, and which is why actually when we're doing the grounding, I'm actually going to do something completely different, for the simple reason being I don't actually want to pull the energy up from the ground that we're standing on.
Oh, really?
It's really not nice. No, I'm going to do something completely different.
Honestly, Jeremy, you can confirm this. We've worked with Louise for years, and I've never seen such a terrified look in your face.
No, I mean, even in Wicklow Jail last year and in Charleville Castle the year before, Louise was fine, but you look worried. And I'm not just saying that for theatrics.
No, I genuinely mean that as well. You look very pale. There's no smile on your face. You don't look happy.
But there is, and I know you said to me the last time that I pick up on things, there is definitely, in this corner of this room where this altar was, there's a feeling of evil here, isn't there?
There is, and there's a couple of outbuildings as well. I got a chance, obviously, because I was here all day, to kind of familiarise myself with it. But as I said, see, there goes my voice again. The later it gets, it's just, I don't know, it's just really, really sinister. It's horrible. And, we're going to be talking a little bit about the history later on. And as you said, everybody has their stories, which will fill people in as to why the place has such...
So when was the last time someone was actually murdered here?
I don't know. I couldn't give you the exact dates. We know the place was built in 1725. We know the Hellfire Club was active for a number of years, but it's what it's actually attracted in recent years. Scares me.
What do you mean by that, Louise?
Have you not heard the stories, Adrian? We've all heard the stories of people bringing animals up here to sacrifice. I mean, this is only I remember hearing this story about 15 years ago.
I remember when I was a kid too, which is one of the reasons why I never came up here, never wanted to. And even when
what you're saying is that there's modern day satanic cults coming up here, or
I can't say like in the last year or two, but yeah, there's certainly been stuff that's been happening here. It just has a horrible feeling.
Okay, I think we need to ground ourselves.
This grounding. Let's just describe who's here. We have Jeremy, obviously, myself, Louise, Sandman, Pat, our head of production, who organised all this. We have Jen Phillips and we have Suzanne Kane, who are all in this room with us. Okay, Louise, what do we have to do?
Okay. First of all, again, I'm going to just get you to stand very firmly on the ground. As I said just a few minutes ago, I'm not actually going to pull up the energy from this ground.
What will that do?
Well, normally we'd pull up the Earth's energy, okay, to ground us. But it's just because of where we're standing, I actually don't want to pull up the energy.
You know what's bizarre about this? I don't know if any of you have experienced this. We're at the top of the Dublin Mountains. It's a relatively cold and windy night. It's really, really warm in this room, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Why is it so? It shouldn't be.
No, it really, really shouldn't be.
So why is it so warm?
Well, we're going to fire up now in a second. That's actually the cleansing one that we're going to do. So it'll cleanse, it'll ground us, and then we're going to do a
as Jeremy said, unlike last year in the jail, and particularly the year before in Charleville Castle, it was bitterly cold.
It was freezing, yeah.
And tonight it's...
Sorry for cutting across it. There's definitely something in that corner there, isn't there? Yeah. I can see...
You didn't know. You'd think there was a fire lit there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I have my back to where the altar was, unfortunately. Why do I always have standing beside the places of evil?
That's your job.
Every time. But there's... All joking aside, there is something... What is that?
It's a real tangible energy, isn't it?
Mike, you're staring at the altar, the fireplace there.
There are a lot of satanic happenings in this room here, and I will tell the story about the cat. And why you're feeling the heat is they would set fire to a cat in this room, and I'll tell you that story later. This is probably one of the most horrible, evil places you could be.
Now we're armed, for want of a better word, with crucifixes around our neck. Is that going to do us any good? I've actually heard a story that people have come up here with a crucifix around their neck and had it pulled off them, or the crucifix would burn into their skin. Is that possible?
Of course, anything is possible, but it all depends on you. A lot of that will come from your own fear, your own subconscious mind. If you feel something tugging at you, you will it'll alarm you, and something can happen. But there are very strange things that can happen. Last year you got the rope mark around your neck. Do you remember that one? Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if something like that would happen here tonight.
Thanks for the warning. But Adrian, I want you to come over here beside where the altar is. Adrian's doesn't pick up on this stuff as well as I do. Come over here to where.
I can definitely feel the heat in the room.
No, just
honestly, just to describe this building for anybody who's never been up at the Hellfire Club, it's an old burned out building with no windows. It's nearly Halloween. It's a winter's night. It's lashing rain outside, and where we are, we may as well be indoors. Now we are indoors, but the windows.
We may as well be in a
windows.
fridge freezer.
Yeah,
but it's really
it's warm.
Really, it's like you know what it's like. It's like that fire is lighting behind us, and that fire hasn't lit for years. So what is it? I need answers. It's freaking me out already.
I'm just going to go back actually to your crucifix one, because I've noticed you are actually wearing one. Probably isn't a good idea.
Why is it not a good idea?
We're going to talk a bit later about Buck Whaley and how anti the church they were. So the crucifix wasn't necessarily well.
Well, Pat, you looked after this whole thing. You told us to bring crucifixes.
Well, actually...
Not such a good idea now, is it?
No, someone just said that in the office. They should bring a crucifix. It sounded good, you know. And
okay.
It does look kind of good on you as well. So
let's get this grounding.
Okay, let's get the grounding done. Okay.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the FM104 Phoneshow, live from the Hellfire Club on top of Mount Pellier Hill here in Dublin. It's a breezy, rainy, miserable, but very warm, humid, calm, tropical evening. It's bizarre. Okay, Louise, what have we to do here?
By the way, I'm just looking this up, Adrian. The hill we're on top of now is 1,257 feet high above sea level. So we're up pretty high.
Yeah.
Over 1,200 feet high we are. Okay, make us safe, Louise.
Okay, stand very firmly on the ground.
By the way, I just want to say, sorry, before we start this, we've something here that we've never had before. We have a dog with us this year. Is there a reason for that?
I brought her for protection. No, she's protecting Suzanne, definitely. No, I did actually. If there's a room she won't go into, well, neither will I.
I'll go into that room.
Okay, good man. Okay, let's do this grounding.
That she won't go into. So.
Okay, let's do our grounding.
Okay, so as I said, we're not going to pull the energy up from this ground because of what I feel has actually happened here. So what we're actually going to do is it's called firing yourself, okay? So what I want you to imagine, literally as if there's flames swirling around, starting off at your feet and slowly traveling up your body, okay? Fire is very cleansing and very transformative, okay? And obviously it's very warming. Okay, so allow it, just keep traveling and traveling and traveling until it literally extends past your aura, past your energy, okay? Can you hear those banging noises?
Yeah. Well, what is that?
I don't know. It's like 3 knots.
Do you as well, Jen? Like someone keeps pinching me. I keep getting pinched. It's like someone's like that on the back of my leg.
All right, can we do this grounding thing, please?
There was a tour in here and there was a number of people being pinched. Yeah. Okay.
What is that tapping sound, though?
It was like 3 knocks. We didn't even ask for any knocks.
Well, there's nothing to knock on here. There's no wood. It's all complete.
I don't know. That's looking a bit.
Okay, we continue.
Okay, so you've got the fire. Okay, so it's going from your toes all the way past your head. Okay, now this fire is very, very protective. It won't let anything in. Okay, now to finish it off, what you're going to now imagine is that your whole outer self is one big mirror. So that means anything that's sort of sent your way will just bounce back off you. Okay, as I said to you, the dynamics here are very, very different. We're not dealing with ghosts. We're not dealing with.
Did you hear that as well?
Yeah.
What is that? Did you hear that coming from the fireplace?
Jeremy, can we please do this grounding?
Okay.
Do you mind?
Okay, so you're all in your bubble of a mirror, literally. So anything that's going on inside or outside the building or in the forest or anywhere that you go tonight, and if you feel a little bit concerned or a little bit worried, just literally imagine that fire around you again, okay? And I'm also just going to very quickly say that if anybody is feeling queasy, anybody's feeling lightheaded, got tightness in the chest, your emotions change dramatically more than they normally should do, to let one of us know, okay? It's just really, really important. Keep your wits about you and don't go off anywhere on your own.
All right.
I'm just looking at part of the challenge, which involves
going out
I'm just
somewhere
looking
on your own.
at the running order here, and part of it involves
Going out
in fact, a
somewhere
lot
on
of it
your own.
involves people going places on their own. Are you saying we should never be alone? Well, can I do a tour of the place with my guide here alone?
You're going with the mic, though, aren't you?
I'll go on my own with the.
You can call for help then.
Okay, I'll call for help. Well, I think we're going to do our stories now, are we? Or
Well, we're going to take a quick break,
Okay.
and we'll be back to you in just a moment.
and by the way, those of you listening at home can always text, because as with all our Halloween shows for the last 2 years, you have picked up on things that we haven't picked up on, whether it be a sound or whether something has happened in your own house because you're listening to this. We are in a place, Mike described this as a place of great evil. We are in a place of great evil. And that can sometimes transfer its way to people listening on the radio. Is that fair to say? I don't want to scare our listeners, but that's true, isn't it, Louise?
Oh, there's been amazing reports, and I mean, even last year and the year before, the other shows that we've done, what the information that people sent through was very, very accurate and true.
Temperature's just
We didn't hear.
the temperature's just dropped here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has actually.
The temperature has literally gone from being like a sauna to very, very, very cold. So anyway, if you're listening at home, 53104, if you hear anything, if you sense anything at all, because as I said, we may not pick it up.
All right, we're going to take a break, and after the break, we're going to send you on your own around this building to describe what it's like, describe where you are, and
then I guess we're doing the stories then afterwards. Now, which is the room that that nobody else will go into? I like that challenge.
Just down the steps that you came up, the first flight there, and underneath.
Why should nobody go in there?
If you go in there and ask the words, who killed his wife in this room, and listen for the answer.
Okay.
So I have to go to that room on my own and ask what question?
Ask, who killed his wife in this room?
All right, we'll
Listen-
find out in a
just listen
second.
for the answer.
Here, I didn't say
take a
I'm
very
going to do
quick
that.
break. You're listening to the FM104 Phone Show live from the Hellfire Club on the top of Montpelier Hill in Dublin. We're back in a moment.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's Phone Show. With the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
With Adrian Kennedy. FM 104's Phone Show. With the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
They call it the home of the devil. We're live from the Hellfire Club in the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
If you're driving along the M50 motorway this evening, look up towards Montpelier Hill, which is just up past Rathfarnham. And at the top of that hill is a derelict old building. Excuse me, it's called the Hellfire Club. And that's where we're broadcasting from tonight. Since I was a child, this place has had a reputation as being one of the most haunted places in Ireland. And I just get this, for the first time actually, from all of the shows that we've done, this is the first time I've got a shiver up my spine sort of feeling. Now, we've sent Jeremy on his tour of the building to describe where he is, describe what this building is like for any of you who've never made your way up here. And for those of you who haven't, you got to come see this place. Jeremy, where are you?
Well, I'm standing outside the Hellfire Club at the moment, literally on the top of the Montpelier Hill. Pitch dark. You can see the lights of the city below you, obviously, but up where we are, it's absolutely pitch dark. You can hear the wind is just absolutely... And that's why that was so weird what happened in the room back there, because it's freezing cold up here. It's absolutely freezing cold. Yet in that room, that hollow room...
It was very warm.
With large windows, it was so warm. I'm going to walk into the... Now, I have to say, this is a room I wouldn't even walk into in the daylight. And I'm going to walk into the... As you're facing the Hellfire Club, the room to the right, which is on the lower level. You know what I'm after doing? I'm after getting to bring a torch with me.
Good enough for you.
Hang on a sec. Let me see if I have a torch in my pocket. This is the pitch dark room. Hang on. Oh my God. I believe I'm doing this.
Jeremy, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Just about.
Okay, I'm now in the room down the bottom. I mean, it's so eerie. There's dripping. Can you hear me?
Yep.
It's
You're walking
dripping.
out of range, I think.
Sorry, there's dripping water coming from the ceiling. And again, as soon as you walk into this room, the temperature is completely different. This room definitely, I'm going to get out of this room. I'm going to go back. Okay, I'm back outside now. I'm going to walk over to the other side.
Now, where's the room that the Sandman told you to go into?
This is to the, as you're looking at the Hellfire Club, it's to the, it's in the main. Well, I'm going to go to the house, or to the room to the extreme left first.
Okay.
My torch is just about dead, so... Okay, where am I? I'm in here. If I go out of mic, I'm sure you'll let me know. Oh my God, this room is...
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
This
Sorry,
room
just to
is
set the scene, Jeremy is in a completely different part of the building from where I'm standing. And
there's
is it
such a
dark in there?
Pitch dark, absolutely pitch dark. I have my torch, but the batteries are just about dead on it.
Okay.
Okay, this room is absolutely freaky. You know what makes it more freaky is when you hear stories of what went on in here. I mean, there was murder in here. And when the wind goes... Oh, what's that in the corner? There's just one window in this room, and it's...
So this room that you're in now is what?
This is the this was the servants.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
It's the servants' quarters from what I
Okay.
what I can see on my.
By the way, if you want to log on to our website at FM104.ie, our Lauren has put up some photographs that we've taken so far, and throughout the evening we'll be putting up more and more photographs. So log on to our website at FM104.ie to see some of the photographs that we've taken so far from the Hellfire Club here on Montpellier Hill. Now, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm now going into the room that I was told not to go. Can you ask? I know Mike is up in the studio part. Can you ask him what I have to say again when I go into
I
this
can't find
room?
him.
Already. Or what exactly happened in this room before I go into it. I know this was a room that there was a tour up here earlier on, and they bet somebody money that they wouldn't stay in this room on their own for 5 minutes. And I'm just wondering...
Okay, let me just ask him. He's here now.
I just wonder
what is the
question,
or what?
Well, I want to know before I go into
this
this room on my own what...
There was a murder in here, okay? As a man killed his wife, or strangled her after a night of drinking. And the myth is that if you say the words, who killed his wife in this room, you will hear the answer.
Okay, so you know the question, Jeremy.
Who killed his wife? Okay, I'm going into the room. So you have to watch your head here. It's all very... Okay, so it's up the stairs. And this is the room that our psychic Louise said the dog will not even go into.
Now I'm sending the Sandman down to you.
Okay, I'm alone in the room.
Because I'm after being told...
Oh!
I'm after being told, Jeremy, not to let you in that room on your own. So I'm sending the Sandman down with you. He's there behind you.
Right, thanks, Mike.
Now tell me exactly what you're doing in there.
Right there. Like I arrived into the room, it's pitch dark, and there's a figure in the corner that I could just see. But you know yourself, the shadows play tricks with you. I'm going to turn off the torch. Okay, Mike, what? Yes.
Steph and Louise went with dowsing rods into this room, and there's one particular spot where I believe she died, and it's right there, right about standing.
Okay, so I'm standing on the spot where she was killed.
Okay, your question is, who killed his wife in this room?
That's the question I have to ask. Mike, I feel like a scratching on my back or like a pain going down my back.
That's quite normal.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jeremy.
Yeah,
sorry, Pat, what
sorry,
did
Mike,
you say?
go ahead.
The dog is actually crying up here, would you believe?
Sorry, we have well, Mike and Louise have a dog with them, and the poor. Sorry, hang on. Come here, boy. The poor dog is crying. It's just
Exactly when the Sandman says that line, the dog starts crying.
Did you hear that, Jeremy?
Yeah, this room is it's evil, isn't it, Mike?
It's bad. This is a bad spot right
Good boy,
here.
good boy.
Where you're standing right now is a bad spot. Okay, but do you want to ask that question?
I will ask that question. Okay.
If you get the answer, you don't need to shout it out or something like that. It'll probably come into your head, or you may hear it as an echo or whatever. You don't need to say it out loud.
Okay, well, I used the dowsing rods.
No, we don't need to know. I just wanted to find out where the spot was. It was right there.
Okay, it's right here. Okay, you can leave me then, Mike, and I'll ask the question. Just give me a moment to... There's nothing freakier, Adrian, than being told that you're standing on a spot where a husband killed his wife. Okay, so the question... Okay, do I just ask the question as if... Okay, so there's dowsing rods in front of us. These are basically two metal poles that Mike is holding. Who killed his wife? My God, they're moving straight away.
So these are those steel rods?
Yes. That can't be moved by hand. Who?
Start. First of all, ask, did a murder take place in this room? And did a murder take place in this room?
Okay. It's like something scratching my back.
There's a lot of people have come out of here with actually like nail marks on their back, gone right through their clothes. Clothes were not disturbed, but when they got home or when they showered later, there was nail marks torn down their back because there was a lot of violence in this attack. You're feeling it now, yeah? Yeah.
I'm feeling pain on my back.
I'm feeling it like a jabbing knife in my side all the time. Since I arrived here tonight, I feel as if someone's putting a knife in my side all night long.
Okay, so did a murder... okay, so hold the dowsing rods. Did a murder take place in this room? Whoa.
What's happening?
Now Mike is holding these two dowsing rods. There's no way he can move
Sorry,
them.
lads, as you're doing this,
Yeah.
the dog that's here with us is crying again. Every time you ask that question, Jeremy, the dog is...
Well, Louise brought the... Why did you bring the dog? Well, Mike, why was the dog brought?
Louise brought the dog because the dogs are very sensitive. They've got a 6.
Well, this dog is very, very sensitive.
And that's Louise's dog. And if that dog won't go into a room, Louise will not go into the room.
So will Louise not come into this room with me?
Well, if the dog comes in, she might. But at the moment, the dog is crying. We've left. There she is now. You can hear. But the dog is crying. That up there is a very, very bad energy in that room. I want to go to her.
Okay, go on. Here, leave me with the dowsing rods then. If you can hold that. I'll stay in here my own. Be the brave man. Okay, again, dowsing rods. I haven't seen them before tonight. They're two bits of metal, Adrian. That I just put the microphone underneath my arm. I'm standing on the spot where this woman... Sorry, I'll just leave the mic here. Actually, I'm going to hang the mic out. Okay, now stay there for a second. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah.
Is that dog okay?
Yeah, but every time that question was asked, it was as if she was crying. There was tears running out of her eyes.
This is... And I want you to try this later, Adrian. The energy coming through these dowsing rods is... It's unpalatable. Like, it's just... Okay, I'm holding the dowsing rods. They're not moving. Was somebody murdered here?
What? Hello? Jeremy?
Can you hear me?
Jeremy? Can you hear me? Sorry, is his mic gone off? Jeremy? Are you there?
I don't know. Did that sound come from... Sorry, Mike's back now. Are you okay?
Sorry, what just happened, Jeremy?
I don't know. It was like someone was walking across the room. I'll get you to hold the dowsing rods again, Mike, and let's... I want to get out of this room, actually, to be honest with you. Okay.
Sorry, Jen.
The dog is crying again. As soon as he said, I need to get out of this room, the dog started crying.
I do need to get out of this room. This is...
Why?
It's just a horrible, horrible room. I'm going to stand up. just stand on the... Yeah, the dowsing rods are moving like mad, like crazy. And these cannot be moved by holding...
Sorry,
them
Jeremy, what does that mean, that the rods are moving?
They're two rods that he's holding parallel to each other in his hand.
Okay.
And they're picking up activity. Every time we ask a question, the rods are moving in together. So I'm going to ask the question again. Mike, would you stand beside me, please? I'm asking the question, was somebody murdered here? Please answer me. Was somebody murdered here? Please answer me. Wow, that is bizarre. That is so strange. And I have to ask the other question because I really want to get out of here. Who killed his wife? Is that what I say?
Who killed his wife?
Okay, I'm in this room. I want to ask you a question. Who? And I just want, for everybody else that's in the house, I know the rest of you. What was that? Did you see that stone? Okay, we move out here. I want everybody else who's in the house. I know you're all upstairs in the studio. I want complete silence for this. Who killed his wife? Who killed his wife? In this room. Who killed his wife in this room? One dowsing rod is moving. Who killed his wife in this room? Answer me. Mike, what's happening?
Just leave it. I just want to get out of here.
Why? What's wrong?
That's just not good.
Okay, Mike's
not good. Not good in what way?
He's gone.
Oh, right.
What's wrong?
This is not good space. This is not a good place. There's a lot of bad energy in here. You know, this is just not good.
Well, when Mike was asking a question, a stone actually moved right across the room. That couldn't have moved. I don't know if you even picked that up upstairs.
No.
Oh, this is a horrible room, Mike. You know what? We're going to get out of this room.
Yeah, okay. We'll come out of that room and come on back up to us here, because after the break, I want to find out about this place. I want to find out. Everybody has stories to tell about this place. The Hellfire Club is where we are, at the top of Montpellier Hill. All of us who've been born and bred in Dublin have heard about this place since we were kids. Not one of you listening tonight has never heard of the Hellfire Club. And that's why Pat, in his infinite wisdom, decided to send us up here tonight. This is the first, I haven't been here since I was 8 years old. Anyway, we're going to take a very quick break. You're listening to FM104's Phone Show, live from the Hellfire Club on Montpellier Hill in Dublin. We're going to take a break, and on the way after the break, we will find out some stories of what has happened here in the Hellfire Club. Don't go away.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's Phone Show. With the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
With Adrian Kennedy. FM 104's Phone Show. With the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
It's one of the most terrifying places on earth. Live from the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
Now, you're very welcome back. We have moved down to a different room. We believe this was kind of the reception area of the Hellfire Club. Still don't really understand what the Hellfire Club is and what exactly... Sorry, there's water dripping on my head here.
After being in that room that we were in before the break, that I feel physically sick after it. I feel sick.
Describe me. Pale and non-smiling.
But I went into, the last time I was up here in broad daylight, I went into that room and didn't sense anything. It's a different story now. That room is, and I want you maybe later on to spend some time in there. It's pure evil, isn't it, Mike?
Oh yeah, it's not good. Very, very bad feelings in there. I don't like this place at all. If I had my choice, I wouldn't be here. I would not be.
Okay, now what I want to find out is lots of people have different stories of experiences they've had in the Hellfire Club. And for our listeners, I want you to call us, and we'll take your calls in about a half an hour on 6797104, and just let Louise know what stories you have to tell about experiences you may have had up around here in either the Hellfire Club or in the forest close by, 6797104 is our number, and let us know what experiences you have had here at the Hellfire Club. Now, who wants to tell us a little story? We're in a room now which is pitch dark. We had to come out of the building to come back in again to a completely different room. And what I want is some stories. Anybody got a story for me about the Hellfire Club? Where am I going? Suzanne.
So we were all given crucifixes, which was someone's good idea.
We were told to wear them, yeah.
We've all got them for protection, and Lauren has some pictures she's going to put up on the website as well. But I had mine out dangling around my neck, and I've noticed that my neck is really starting to burn and my chest is starting to burn. Now, I haven't looked for any marks because I'm wearing so many layers at the moment, but I did say to Louise, and she had said that a lot of people have found that when they wear crucifixes that they get an actual burn mark on their skin. But to be honest, the string that's around my neck is very, very hot. And
Louise, what exactly is that? What does that mean? Do we have any idea why? I heard that story as well.
Well, I think it's going back to what the Hellfire Club was. I mean, from what we know, I mean, there's so many stories, there's so much history. But what the Hellfire Club basically was, it was a place for gentry to come. And basically they did here whatever they wanted, which was against religion. Drinking, gambling, there were satanic rituals.
And it was a whorehouse as well at one stage.
It was a whorehouse. There have been all sorts of sacrifices and rituals that have taken place here. They had a French term, and my French is so bad, but basically what it meant was do what you want. So basically this was a place where you came and you did whatever it was that you want. But again, they were very anti the church, they were very anti-priests. One of the guys, Buck Whaley, he was known as Burn Chapel Whaley, and one of the reasons being because on a Sunday, rather than going to Mass, he went around Dublin and actually burnt either the priests, if he could find them, or the churches. So the crucifix wasn't welcome here whatsoever. The symbol of it wasn't.
And yet we were told to wear them tonight.
Sorry, I didn't tell you.
Realistically,
if it's feeling hot, well then, yeah, take it off and pop it in your pocket for now.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, to continue with this story, it was also a club, and it was a club for the gentry in the area. They could do whatever they liked, and they were completely against religion. And there was a story about a priest who wandered past by here, and he joined in, or they took him into the room above us, the one we'd just been in, where the dog was. And around the table they would drink, and every time they'd be around, they would give a drink to the devil, and the devil was a cat. That's right. The drink that that was a scream. That was a scream. Yeah.
What did you hear?
It wasn't wind screaming. That was an actual scream. Mike, did you? Well, who else heard that?
I heard that.
It was a young girl screaming, which would make sense, and it's something we'll come to. I know two of our other psychics who are arriving later were saying that there was a girl many, many years ago raped and murdered up here, and I think they made contact with her before. But that was definitely a scream, wasn't it?
So this place was basically a den of iniquity.
It was, yeah. They could do whatever they like. It was the supreme power corrupts, and total power corrupts totally. They run the show. They were the gentry of the day. They were the law.
Yeah. No, what was that?
There's another scream.
There's another scream.
There's something that side this time. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, go on.
Okay. So, yeah, it is us I'm telling the story. So they would have a cat on the chair. Now, how they held the cat, I don't know. But every time they had a round of drinks, they would give one to the cat, or maybe just pour the drink over the cat or whatever. And the priest was caught and brought in and made to sit down. And every time they go around, they would insult him. And then as they got drunk, yeah, I can hear it again.
Can you hear that again?
Sorry, I can't hear it because of headphones in. What are you hearing?
You can't hear it because you're deaf. In the distance, but I don't know what direction it's coming from because we're in a room where in the distance you can hear a young girl crying. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Can you hear it as well?
Yeah, the first one seemed to come from that way, but the second one definitely came from that way. And the more
it's happening, the louder it's usually getting.
Well, it happens while the story's been told.
Yeah.
Sorry, say again, Mike?
It's happening while the story has been told, because it hasn't happened since we stopped telling the story. So let's go on with the story. Anyway, as they would go round the table, they would start insulting the priest.
What the hell? What's that?
What is that? What's that in the window?
We should be able to see through that. We were able to see see through that earlier on.
Why is that?
Sorry, what is that in the window?
Oh, I know it is. It's a cover.
No, I could see out a minute ago. So that's why I was
Oh, it's gone. Oh. What was that? Sorry, there's a window in this room with no glass in it that you can see out into the forest. And something was after something. Am I right? Something was blocking that, and it's after clearing away. Mike, help us here. What was that?
Okay, well, it's all happening with this story, so this story must be meaningful to whatever's left in here. Yes, I will. So what would happen is that as they got more drunk, they started to abuse the priest, slapping him, and decided to kill him. And he said, "I'll have one last request, please, before you kill me."
Lads, sorry, no, don't tell me you didn't hear that scream. It's okay. It's all right. Don't tell me you didn't hear that scream.
Mike, let's finish the story. Go
okay,
on.
so he says, "I have one last request. Can I bless the cat?" And he took out some holy water and blessed the cat. The cat went completely crazy, jumped up, and there was a chandelier with lights in it, like candles. And it pulled down, and the whole place went on fire, and the cat disappeared in flames. Now that's the story, but something is happening every time I tell the story.
It's going from over there now. And can I just say,
Here, relax, everybody,
can I just
please.
say the only females that are up here tonight are in this room. Is that fair to say? Yeah. That is definitely a female voice or female scream.
And none of the men that are even here engineer-wise could make it sound like that. No.
That window being
Okay.
put up was very strange. That was there it is again. Look. Look.
What the hell is that?
Hang on, like, what is that?
Can we get out of here? Jennifer is shaking.
Jennifer, come here for a second. Come over here. Come here. There is another story about the Hellfire Club, because I've heard this, and I'm sure lots of our listeners have heard this. Tell me the story that you've heard, that some sort of... Oh, jeez. Hang on. Come here. Come on. Everyone, just gather around. Just huddle around here for a second.
Well, basically, I've never ever been here before tonight. So, I've only heard like 2 stories. One, basically, that I always remember my dad telling me about. The same, like Louise was saying about it being like a gentleman's place, and they used to come and play cards and the whole lot. And when one man came in to join the card table one night, one of the men sitting around the table had no more money left. He bet his soul, and he lost.
What the hell is that?
Okay.
All right, come on.
Yeah.
Jesus! What is that out the window?
Ah! Here, lads, relax.
Anyway.
Are we going to hear this story?
Yes. Okay. Anyway, he lost the deck of cards. Okay, anyway, to finish the story, he lost his hand at the game of cards, and when he bent down, he dropped something on the floor. When he bent down, he saw these hooves underneath the table, so he always just feared that he was playing cards with the devil. So he did actually lose his soul in that game of cards.
Oh.
And then the other story that I heard was, if you walk around...
Oh, sorry, lads, there's a 3-legged dog walking in here. I kid, I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
That's a 3-legged dog after walking in here.
There's some strange crap going on up here tonight.
This is getting freakier by the second.
Sorry, what's the story?
Okay, basically, if you walk around the Hellfire Club backwards 3 times, now some people say 7, some people say 10, but I think if you walk around 3, the Sandman has said 3 is okay, the devil will appear. So I, for one, am not walking around 3 times.
Oh, wait.
Lads, what was that?
That was a scream. That was a 100% scream. Okay, I don't know, but I don't like this room, so I want to leave it.
Okay, but we're going to go back outside this room. And your challenge, Jeremy, should you choose to accept it, you look pale as a sheet. You really do. Okay, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, and I think Jeremy's microphone should work out front here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you that, pal.
Your challenge is to walk around clockwise, which is that direction there.
Okay.
3 times.
Okay.
Okay, so I want...
Can I get a torch?
Anyone got a torch?
Yeah, I have a torch.
Sorry, that dog is going crazy for some reason. Who wants the dog?
Okay, you right?
Okay.
This is the
There's something.
This is the 3.
Jesus, Adrian, it's absolutely pitch dark behind this building.
Okay, so now Jeremy's walking around the building, so we're going to have to swap his mic on and off.
Are you seriously going to ask me to
3
walk around
times. Okay, we're standing at the front of the building, and Jeremy's going to walk around the building 3 times to see what happens. Now, we are out in the
Oh my
open
God.
air,
Wind.
as you can hear from the wind. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to FM104's Phone Show live from the Hellfire Club on the top of Montpellier Hill in Dublin, with an absolutely stunning view of the city from where I'm standing right now. Jeremy is around the back of the building now.
Would I be right in saying, I don't know if anybody that's there beside you can confirm this, would I be right in saying that in the woods behind the Hellfire Club there's a Neolithic tomb or something like that, or a passage?
So I believe. Pat was just telling us during the last ad break.
Because just while I'm walking around, just one of the stories I heard, and I believe this is historically accurate, is that many years ago there was a passage tomb behind the Hellfire Club, which is basically a tomb, rocks placed on the ground.
Now, where are you? At the back of the building?
Just finishing. No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just finishing my first lap.
Okay, I can see now.
Okay, hang on. And as I said, one of the stories was that they used the rocks from the passage tomb.
Okay, now Jeremy's now passing me. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh God, 3 times.
Now going back 3 times.
I remember coming up
continue
here
your
with a
story.
group of lads years ago, and these are all brave lads. And I remember asking them to do this, and one of them would do it, and now I'm doing it. Anyway, as the story goes, that they took the stones from the Neolithic tomb, and they used it to build part of the Hellfire Club, and because they messed with the tomb and used the rocks from the tomb, that is what gave the Hellfire Club its curse.
Ah, right.
I'll tell you one thing, that massive forest behind the Hellfire Club doesn't look very inviting at all. Okay, I'm doing my second lap.
And by the way, if you've just joined us, what Jeremy has to do is to walk around the Hellfire Club 3 times, and apparently the devil appears.
Okay, what's he going to look like? You know, a lot of people say...
Now, Jeremy's just completed his second lap.
Yeah. A lot of people say, and any time we do shows like this, there's obviously people who are skeptical about the whole thing. And I was talking to somebody the other day who was very skeptical about the whole thing and said, you know, the devil doesn't exist and all that. And it was actually summed up to me very well. I'm just about to do my 3rd lap. This is why I'm actually starting to worry. But it was actually said to me, if you believe in God, or if you believe in any God, you have to believe in the devil. Because even if you read the Bible, the devil is in the Bible. Jesus believed in the devil. God believed in the devil. So anybody that is a true Christian and believes in God or believes in Christ has to believe in the devil. Because oh my God, hang on. Where there is good, there's always evil. Adrian, I have to say, and I'm not winding you up here, I'm starting to feel sick. I don't think I want to walk around a 3rd time.
Well, you're halfway there, are you?
I'm completely on my own. The wind is...
Okay, come on. Where are you?
I'm right at the back of the Hellfire Club now.
You okay?
No. I don't want to do
you walk the first 2 laps, no problem.
I know, but I don't want to do this.
Just go down, Pat, and see where he is. Where are you?
No, I don't want anybody. I want to do this on my own.
Okay.
If I can do it. But I remember coming up here with lads during the day, and none of us would.
It's a completely different vibe at night time.
Oh no, there's something. Would it be right in saying that there's deer up here or something like that?
I haven't seen any.
Well, there's to the left of me in the forest. I can see something like 2 eyes looking at me, and I'm not joking.
Right, where are you now?
I'm behind the Hellfire Club.
This lap is after taking an awful lot longer than the others.
No, because I'm not walking. I don't want to do the 3rd lap.
Well, what, are you just going to stand around there?
Okay.
Come on. You have to come back to us around here anyway.
Okay. Should I say anything?
I'm not sure, to be honest. This wasn't my idea.
Whose bright idea was it?
By the way, Jeremy,
Yeah.
we're on our own here. They're all gone back inside.
Okay.
So where are you?
I'm now at the left-hand side of it.
And the wind is starting to pick up. The cloud is starting to thicken up. It's starting to get colder. Jeremy, where are you? Jeremy, where are you? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Sorry, can anybody see? Where are you?
I'm here. I'm back.
Where? I can't see you.
I'm coming back around now.
Sorry, Mike is describing something to me here. Tell me what you're saying.
The picture of the devil on the wall. Can you not see it there in the middle? The two girls can see it.
Jeremy, where are you?
I'm at the side. There's actually, it feels like there's something standing behind me.
See the horns? Is the nose and the beard? Can you not see it? Please, can you see it?
Can anybody else see that?
Adrian,
Yeah.
what's going on back there?
Come back in here. Around here. Mike is describing what he can see. What? Where?
I didn't know.
Where are you gone?
I'm at the side.
Oh my God. Oh, that's very freaky. Describe what you're seeing on the wall.
What's going
Sorry,
on,
my
Adrian?
microphone's gone. Look at that. Can we take a picture of that, lads? There is a picture on this wall, and I would swear on all that's true to me that is. Well, that is.
That is the picture of the devil. Is that not the devil? You can see it clearly. Is he coming now? Let him show.
I'm coming
Has he
back
seen the
around.
devil? Has he done it 3 times?
He did do it 3 times, yeah.
Where is he?
Jeremy, where are you? Oh, there he is. Can you see that?
I swear, when I was at the side, I felt like something was walking at me.
Oh, there's
Oh my God.
Put that picture up, Lauren, really quick. Lauren, you just have to get a
I see the
really
devil.
good picture of what we can see on the wall here. Put that up on our website, Lauren, and we'll
What?
get it up to you as quickly as we can at
So
FM104.
it's true.
I can see that. I can see that on the wall.
As clear as day.
When I went around, I was just about on my 3rd time around, and I felt that there was something walking with me, and I was on my own.
Okay, this is getting more interesting by the minute. Our investigation of what exactly makes this place tick. We're at the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin Mountains, and you're listening to Dublin's FM104. It's Adrian Kennedy with the phone show, and Jeremy as well. Pat, we have another plan coming up shortly, and I'm just after seeing it on the list. Can you tell us what it is?
It's our first challenge of the night, and Jeremy, I wouldn't be taking that coat off because it involves you. Yeah.
I actually,
Again.
I'm not just saying this to get. I actually don't feel well.
Do you want to sit down?
Yeah, I'm going to sit down for a few minutes.
All right, we'll take a very quick break. You're listening to FM104's phone show, as I said, live from the Hellfire Club on the top of the Dublin Mountains. The lines are open to you on 6797104. If you have any stories to tell of your experiences up here at the Hellfire Club, call me right now, 6797104. We'll take your calls in about 15 minutes or so. Don't go away.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's phone show with a Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
FM 104's phone show with a Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
With Adrian Kennedy. It's a place of evil, terror, and horror. Who knows what lies in wait? This is the FM 104 phone show with Adrian Kennedy, live from the Hellfire Club.
Now, you're very welcome back. Thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight. You're listening to the FM 104 phone show. In a couple of minutes, we're going to take your calls. I want to hear your stories of experiences you've had. And as you can hear, the wind is really starting to pick up here. Jeremy, what I have for you as a challenge is I want you to go and find...
Can I just say, by the way, that wall,
It's freaky.
it really is.
It really is. Now, Lauren is going to be putting pictures up of the wall.
Literally, as I came to my 3rd lap of the Hellfire Club, I felt something beside me. Then I heard the screams from you from the front. What happened at the front?
We could see the wall.
It changed.
No, the shape on the wall just suddenly
Yeah.
appeared on the wall. And you know me, I'm very skeptical about these things, and I saw it with my own two eyes and was a bit freaked out. I didn't know what I was seeing. So I tell you what I want you to do now. I'm going to go back into the cozy studio.
Okay.
And I'm going to send you off to find this Neolithic tomb. It's somewhere
In
over that
Massey's Road.
direction.
Okay.
And I want you to bring Suzanne and Jennifer with you. And girls, I have a challenge for you. Your challenge is to sit at the Neolithic tomb for half an hour.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
On our own?
Yeah. Half an hour.
No Jeremy, no anybody?
No, Jeremy's going to walk you over.
And leave us. Blair Witch Project,
I take it I'm going to walk you over and then look for the Neolithic tomb. Is that what I'm doing?
That's exactly what you're going to do. Okay, so we're going to sit you in the forest.
Don't come back, it was nice working with you.
Okay, off you go. Come on.
Okay, girls.
I'm going to walk back into our studio so that I can see some of your texts. And Jeremy is going to take the girls over to the Neolithic tomb in the forest. Keep your texts coming in, by the way. 53104 is our number. Okay. Walking back up the stairs.
Okay, we're just to paint the picture. Behind the Hellfire Club is a large forest. I believe it's called Massey's Forest. And from what I heard earlier on from our psychics, up until very recently, satanic rituals have taken place in this forest, and it's absolutely pitch dark walking into this. So let me just talk, girls. You what? Say again.
If we scream, no one will even hear.
We're gonna. Here's the thing. We're gonna have a microphone beside you. Okay. Anything happens. Are you okay? Jennifer, are you okay? What's wrong?
I actually feel a little bit sick.
You haven't seen the worst of it yet. What we're going to do, we're not going to be that evil. What we will do is we will leave a microphone with you. If anything happens...
Yeah, and what about if the microphone doesn't work? Because we had this, we'll put you in a cell last year, but your microphone will be working.
You just scream.
Have you seen that forest?
Yeah, let's go walking. What, Jennifer?
I don't even think a torch is going to help.
Okay. Adrian?
Yes, hello?
Are we leaving them with a torch or are we taking the torch off them?
Well, it's up to you.
With a torch. No, we have to have one.
No, we
No, we're taking-
leave us without a torch. It's not going to happen.
Jeremy, I know you're cruel, but you're not this cruel.
Okay. This is what we're calling, and it says on our running order, this is the Blair Witch Project challenge. Girls, have you ever seen the Blair Witch Project?
No, I can't even watch it.
Okay, but you're going to experience it now.
Here.
Come on, girls.
Oh, Jen.
This is a
Jesus,
deep, dark...
what?
Well, this is the forest that we walked through with our
now
blindfolds on, Adrian, I believe, earlier on.
It is. That's exactly the direction we came from.
Now, are any of our listeners picking up anything on the text that we may have missed?
Yes, let me just read out some of your texts that have come in. Now, I'm back in our studio.
Whoa.
I was there last Halloween.
Sorry, hang on a sec. Sorry, I just don't want to... I want to make sure we remember what way we're going. Sorry, Adrian, go ahead.
Just one of our texts has just come in and it says, I was there on the 30th, the night before Halloween last year. We were on our way up.
No, it's not. Oh, sorry, Adrian. Okay, this is where you're going to have a security guy standing here. Paddy, you can stand here. Paddy, Paddy is he's within earshot. Girls. If anything happens, you just call his name. Paddy, you literally come running if they call.
Yeah, I'll look after them. I'll
Okay.
run towards them.
Yeah. Come on, girls. We're going deep into the forest.
This is really enough.
No, we're bringing you in.
Jeremy can't even see.
Sorry, Adrian. Continue. Can you hear the wind?
I can, yeah.
It's going through. Through
Okay,
the
anyway,
forest.
let me continue this text. The night before the 30th, we were up here. We were on our way up when two big black wolves ran past the front of us. 4 of us saw these. They were about 3 foot high, stocky, and a thick black coat. I can assure you it was not a deer. It was way too big. Can you please ask one of the psychics to find out why I saw wolves when wolves are extinct in Ireland? Try and find that. Does anybody
Come on,
know?
girls. Come on. No, you have to come down here. This is the spot.
Sorry, hang on, Jeremy. I was just trying to find out the answers to this.
Okay, sorry, Adrian. Girls.
Oh, I'm not hearing you, no, sorry.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
Sorry?
this is far enough.
No, come down here. You have to.
Sit down there.
Look, there's a little tree stub here you can sit on.
There's a tree stub up here.
I can't even see you from here.
You have torches, girls. Come on.
I can see the red of your mic. That's literally all I can see.
Adrian,
And there's
just
a tree
to paint
stub
this
up here
picture.
we can sit on.
And I think
Okay,
we'll take
where-
a few photographs, but it won't even do justice. This
Where exactly
place-
are the girls now?
In the middle.
They won't come down as far. I want you to come down here, girls.
No, because seriously, we can't even see where you're gone. Like that's.
Look,
I mean,
there's-
you don't
have a
stand to be
torch.
that far
You
in
have a
front of
torch.
us,
There's
but
a
I can't
security
see you.
guard
And I'm after
a couple
putting
of
something
hundred feet
behind me
away.
already, and you're not even gone. No, seriously, Jeremy, this is far enough.
Look,
Thanks very much.
you just stand here.
Can we
Okay?
not just stand here?
Yeah.
Here. Okay, we'll meet
No,
you halfway.
sit down here.
What
No.
is that? What? Are they what?
Sorry about this.
No, we're meeting you halfway. Look, this is.
Okay,
as far
I
as
want
we're
you to
going.
sit down there. This is where you have to sit, on that tree stub. Beside this bag here.
Mind your step.
Okay, we're not that cruel. Just to let listeners know, because I know a lot of them are texting saying, how can you be that cruel? Everybody that came up here knew that they were going to be taking challenges, including ourselves. We knew that there was going to be challenges ahead. There's a security guard a couple of 100 feet away. He can be here within... And I just want to
Couple of 100 feet
allay
too
all your
far for my
fears,
liking.
girls. Oh my God.
Okay. Right.
Girls, within a couple of 100 feet, there is a security guard. He will come running if you scream, okay?
Yes, and he's a couple of 100 feet too far for my
No,
liking.
you have a microphone. If anything happens, I want you to
my
sit.
God.
Just sit down here. Sit down here.
I don't want to sit
Don't
down.
stand.
Girls, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I think Jen's mic is working. Is Jen's mic working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here.
Describe to us exactly where you are now, because
I kind of can't because we don't really know. Like, we walked away from the Hellfire Club up as far as the forest. We came in then and we walked, I don't know, a couple of 100 yards into the forest. We left our security man at the entrance, and now Jeremy walked us down and
Okay,
we're
I'm
standing
literally
in the forest.
Okay, what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
I don't know, it's just, there's something after flashing over there. It's like something's after running through the forest.
Okay, lads, what the hell is that ahead of us?
Okay, we're going to take deep breaths.
Deep
Hang on a
breaths.
sec,
We're
hang on
going
a
to
sec.
calm down for a few minutes.
Sorry,
Okay,
can I
sensible
swap
Suzanne.
torches? This torch is. Can I get that torch? Thanks.
Oh my God.
What is it? Hang on.
Okay, it's only
It's-
Paddy.
No, it's okay. It's just a tree stump or something. Okay, you take that torch, girls.
Right, that's your back. Yeah.
I'm leaving
Yeah,
you here.
it's your hand.
And I want. Okay, you can leave now. Lauren and Pat can leave.
okay, Jennifer and Suzanne, how do you feel sitting where you're sitting?
We haven't sat down because we're too.
Okay, we'll
scared.
sit.
Yeah, okay. Right, Jen, we'll share that.
Okay, yeah. We're not having separate
Alright.
ones.
No, oh,
Now,
okay.
we can hear you perfectly.
Right. Oh my
Are you-
God.
Is it dark?
Yeah,
Pitch black.
What?
Now, Jeremy, where are you now?
I'm leaving the girls. Okay, girls. Remember, there's a security guard within a couple of 100 feet away. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going looking for the Neolithic too. Pat and Lauren, you can go back to the studio and go walking in the woods on my own. Can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, well, Jeremy, you're a braver man than I am.
And girls, your microphone is on at all times so we can hear you,
Great.
if that
So
makes
we'll
you feel that.
apologise for the colourful language in advance.
Now, a couple of people have just texted in, and I don't know if any of you heard this. As soon as Adrian asked Suzanne and Jen how they are, or where they are, they heard a scream.
I don't think I want to know.
No, Jen, stay still.
Girls, as we said, we can pull you out of there at any minute.
Okay, no, we're okay.
Who's
We'll
gonna
brave it
pull
for a
me
while.
out of here?
Jeremy, I think you deserve all you get at this moment in
I need to
time.
move away from there because that's
Okay.
where you're going on my
Now, Jeremy, where are you?
I'm over the other corner of the. I'm absolutely.
Now,
I'm
you're
not
on
just
your
saying
own
this, I'm
now.
absolutely terrified, and I just want people to. And I'm not doing this to be brave, but this is part of the challenge. I just want people to picture this. This is a forest, deep in the forest, up at the back of the Hellfire Club. Halloween week, freezing cold, and I'm on my own.
Hang on, you're after leaving two women behind you sitting in the forest on their own.
Chivalrous, Jeremy.
Are you all right, girls?
Yeah, we're getting there.
And what I've been told that if I walk straight down this way, I actually can't see a thing in front of me.
Sorry, Jeremy, something's just after falling down the chimney. Ah, Jesus!
What's wrong?
Oh, what the hell is that? Lads, what the hell is that?
What's going on?
Ah, there's all maggots after falling out of the...
Okay, seriously.
No, over here in the studio.
Yeah, well, don't mind your
What
studio.
is
We
that?
have something falling on our head out here.
Lads, what is that? Oh, the smell of that.
What is it?
Sorry, something's just after falling down the chimney. Oh my Jesus. Sorry, something's after falling down the chimney here with all maggots running out of it. Ah, Jesus, what is that? Is that a head?
Oh my God. Jen. Can we tell me what that is?
Okay, I don't know whether we're actually doing this to ourselves or not at this stage, but it just feels like something is dropping constantly on our heads.
Okay, if we stand still.
So we're going to take a deep breath.
Yeah. Okay, this is fine. Okay, we're calm.
Sorry, can I just describe what... Can I just describe what's after...
They're just dropping on our head as well.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh my God. There is something after falling out of the chimney here. And it's covered in maggots. And it's absolutely vile smelling. And oh. Sorry, Louise. What the hell is that?
Adrian, I was standing behind you.
So you'll have to come around here.
Oh my God. Standing behind you, and literally 30 seconds before that dropped, I said, can anybody get that smell? That's not normal.
Lads, can you cover that up?
That is not normal. Please tell me what that is.
I don't know.
Lads, please tell me what that is. That's not. Don't tell me that's a normal domestic cat. That is the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, Jeremy. Can you hear me? Oh. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's the most disgusting thing that's ever... I can't even look at it.
Adrian, you have to look.
I can't look at it.
Adrian, you have to look.
I'm going to get sick all over the equipment here. That's absolutely disgusting.
I don't know, but we have to be at least 10 minutes into it.
Oh my God, Jen.
Okay, what the hell is that?
There's something down there. Okay.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Oh my God, Jen, look.
Why didn't we start counting?
Oh my God.
Okay, we have to be 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh.
20 to go.
Jen, look.
Okay, it's okay, just don't look at it.
Where's Jeremy?
I don't know.
He hasn't come back.
I know.
What?
Sorry, can you hear me, Jeremy?
Hellfire Club.
Does anybody know where Jeremy is?
Where is Jeremy?
I don't know, he's not down here, Adrian. I can't see him anywhere.
Girls, I have to leave this studio because this thing that's after falling out of the chimney here is absolutely vile.
Okay, hang on, before you go anywhere.
No, I'm going to be on the other microphone, so I'll be able to hear you.
There's no Jeremy.
Lads, can we take a break here while we try and sort this? That's vile. Oh,
Are you getting really, really hot? My whole...
sorry, lads, we've got to take a quick break. I have to take a break. We're back in a sec. Don't go away.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM104 Phone Show.
FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM104 Phone Show.
With Adrian Kennedy.
Now you're very
It's
welcome
described
back.
as the passageway to hell. It's pitch dark, cold, and it's all live. Coming to you from the Hellfire Club in the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 phone show with Adrian Kennedy.
Oh, now you're very welcome back. And thanks very much indeed for joining us. This is FM 104's phone show with Adrian Kennedy. I just want to make sure everybody is safe as houses here. Jen, are you there?
Yeah, and can I just ask how long will we have left?
I don't think we have long left on the programme, full stop.
Okay, great.
And Jeremy, where are you? Sorry, does anybody know where Jeremy has gone?
No, we haven't seen him in a while.
Jeremy?
He's not in the forest. He's not anywhere near here.
No.
He went off ages ago.
Sorry, Suzanne, say that again?
He went off to walk around the forest earlier on, and he hasn't come back because he passed us. And like,
No. We haven't seen him. We haven't even heard him. He went off with a torch, and we haven't even seen like a light or anything like from anybody.
Where's Paddy?
So I don't know, but like there is something weird going on. Like my whole like all the right side of my face is burning, like really, really burning. Like the left side is fine, but all the right side is really, really hot.
Jeremy, if you can hear me, I need you to come back here immediately. Jeremy.
Seriously, Adrian, we're looking around the forest to try and see, can we see anything? Like, I mean, as in Jeremy, like there's certainly movement. I mean, every time we turn around, we can feel somebody behind us, but it's not a physical person. It's not Jeremy.
Okay, Jen, I want.
Hello?
Jeremy, are you there? Hello?
Adrian.
Yes, hello.
Okay, there's crackling noise, like right behind us.
Are you there?
I don't know where I am. I'm at.
Girls, I want you to come back here to the studio, please.
Suits us fine. 'Cause
Yeah,
we want to
come
get
on back
here.
now.
So, Paddy, wherever you are,
We've sent security up to you to bring you back.
Yeah.
Adrian,
Yes, Jeremy, yeah.
I'm completely lost. I don't know where I am.
Well, just stay there just don't move a muscle for 1 second. Girls, will you come back here, please, to the
We're
studio?
on way. We'll be there in a sec.
Because I don't want to leave you there.
Yeah, no, we're on our way. We'll be there in a second. Yeah. Yes, I don't want to know.
Now, are you okay, girls?
Yeah, we're on our way. Seriously, it sounds like it's tapping like a hammer on like a piece of metal or that type of sound off it. It's a definite tapping, and it's not stopping. It's constant. Okay, we really need to get out of here.
Are you on your way back?
Yeah, we're on our way.
Adrian,
Now, Jeremy, where are you?
I don't know where I am. I left the girls about 10 minutes ago. And I walked to find that Neolithic tomb.
Well,
And I couldn't hear
I've just asked the girls to come back because I don't know whose idea it was to leave them sitting there on their own, but it's not a good idea.
Adrian, I don't know what's happening, but there's literally screaming in the forest behind us. Like it's like a young kind of teenage boy, but like it's screaming.
Adrian, can you send somebody into the forest to me, if possible? Because honestly, I'm walking around here and I'm actually genuinely nervous now.
Well, then come
Adrian,
on back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Well, then
I
come on.
don't know how to come back because I don't know which way I went.
Look for the city lights.
I'm literally walking around in circles here. I was talking to you for about 15 minutes and you couldn't hear me.
Sorry.
Oh!
Guys, that came from the forest. We're just getting back to the Hellfire Club now. And
Where are you now, girls?
We're just coming up the stairs.
Adrian,
Yes, hello.
can you please send somebody into the forest?
Lads, can we send somebody over there to him?
I don't know where I am.
But then how can I send somebody to you?
I have a torch with me, but I don't want to even turn on the torch.
Girls, are you nearly back? Girls? Oh, they're here. I can hear them.
Adrian,
them.
can you...
Now, where are you? Jeremy?
I don't know where I am. Hello?
Right, you're going to have to head back this way. I don't know how you're going to make your way back here. But you'll have to make your way back here. Jeremy? Are you there? Sorry, guards, come over here. Jeremy? Is one of the lads gone out to look for him, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Stephen, is there a reason that's not working? Just trying to get that that microphone working. Bear with me for 1 second. The girls have just come back into our studio. Are you there now, girls? Can I hear you? No?
Yeah.
No. I can't hear them. Okay, come around here, girls.
Don't know.
Going to you?
There we are. I have you. Hello. Now, describe to me where he left you, because he's... Sorry, he's gone,
Can
yeah?
you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, go on.
Okay, I don't know how
So we
Hello?
were brought down at the back of the Hellfire down into Massey's and quite deep into the woods. So he left us really quite far in, didn't he, Jan? Because it was pitch black where we were.
He went right and just kind of walked off.
And that was him gone. And he didn't. Oh my God, the smell, that's right.
Isn't the smell in here vile?
It's quite sickening. It catches your breath, like. But no, I mean, like, we had a little tag team going to try and keep us going. We were in torches and circles and all the type of thing, and there was no sign of him.
There's no point even having a torch though, because
it's pitch black.
It's pitch black. You can literally see light.
Okay, Adrian.
Yes, Jeremy.
I'm after finding a clearing. I actually ended up halfway down the side of the mountain. Oh, I'm walking. Okay, I can see torches now.
Okay, you all right?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm coming back.
Okay, good man. Thanks very much indeed. You're listening to FM104's phone show. Sorry, this is the most freaky one of these Halloween shows I've ever done. It's our third one. And when I say something fell down the chimney, I kid you not. I don't know what it was. It's something dead, and it's covered in maggots. And we've had to light incense here to get rid of the smell. The smell is literally sickening. Oh. Lads, am I bullshitting about this? No.
You know,
in the slightest, in any way.
3 years I've been there every year, and this is definitely...
Pat, this thing in the corner that fell down the chimney.
This wasn't part of the plan, Adrian. I'm actually quite worried about us all here right now. This wasn't meant to happen.
Okay.
You know.
They look like huge kind of slugs that are just sitting on it. It's disgusting.
I mean, I think we're okay to carry on, but really, I'm unsure. Seriously, I'm actually worried for Jeremy. Do we know where he is?
He's on his way back. Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Are we all right, lads?
Yeah.
You all right, Pat?
I think we just carry on as best we can. Okay.
Okay, can I talk to the outside world, please? I think we have some calls lined up. I'm not sure if they're still on the desk, but should we give it a try? I think we had a call from Linda. Do we have a call from Linda? No. Okay, we'll try and get some calls lined up. 6797104 is our telephone number. You're listening to FM104's phone show. And we're broadcasting live tonight from the Hellfire Club up the Dublin Mountains. And I have to say, everybody is on edge tonight. Why do we put ourselves through this? So Jeremy's just seen what's fallen down the chimney here. You don't want to look at that, seriously. Anyway, we'll take some calls from you now. 6797104 is our telephone number. People are asking us to take a picture of what fell down the chimney. Does anybody want to take a picture of that? Anybody want to take a picture of it? Okay, we'll take a quick break, and we'll take some calls from you after the break. Don't go away.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show
with Adrian Kennedy. They call it the home of the devil. We're live from the Hellfire Club in the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 phone show with Adrian Kennedy.
Now, you're very welcome back, and thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight. This is Adrian Kennedy with you, broadcasting live from the Hellfire Club up the Dublin Mountains. I was going to say we've a few more surprises in store. I hope not to have any more surprises in store, to be honest with you, because this really has just freaked me out beyond belief, I have to say. Let me take a couple of your calls and share with us your experiences of what you have felt up here at the Hellfire Club. Call me now. 6797104 is our telephone number. Let me go to Thomas. You're on FM 104. Thomas, how are you? Hello, Thomas?
Can you hear me, Adrian?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Yeah, I was there back there last year, was with the two mates. It was a bank holiday weekend, so we decided to go either camping or something on the weekend, so we decided to go to Hellfire Club.
Mm-hmm.
And we brought a tent up the whole lot. We did. We bought bottles of gas, the whole lot. But you can only walk up the steep hill from the car park down the end.
The steep hill, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't in that we were driven up here, but
yeah, well, basically,
I remember it as a kid.
Yeah, but if you stand at the front of the Hellfire Club and turn to your right, you're looking out over the Dublin, all over Dublin Bay. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there's a steep hill there, but we came up that steep hill and we pitched a tent at the side of the Hellfire Club, which if you're on the right-hand side, you're at the front door. And we brought the makings of a stew, because it was very cold and a whole lot, you know. And if you walk into the Hellfire Club, it's the first room on your left-hand side. We walked in there, me and my two mates, and we left the stew down the very end of the left-hand side in the corner.
Right.
Nothing, not a bit of breeze, nothing at all. We left it on a nice flat surface where nothing could have happened. So we went back into the tent and we set the tent and we had a few bars or whatever, but we came back out about an hour later and the stew was on the far side of the room.
Wow.
Toppled over. And there was no one at all there.
Did you get a feeling up here? I have to be honest with you. We've been doing these shows.
I got a few feelings up there. It's a scary place. I mean, like, fair balls to be up there this hour of the night, but it's a very, very scary place.
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. And I know I say this every year, but this is the third year we've done these shows. Last year and the year before didn't really freak me out. Freaked the others out. Didn't really freak me out, but this year it's freaking me out.
Yeah. But we were up there and we experienced it. We went up the very top of the room. And it's quite a massive piece where you said the spiders fell down or something, or something fell down.
Well, I'm learning about this place every second, I have to say.
Well, when I was a young child, my dad used to tell me stories about the devil. The cart fell on the ground, the man bent out to pick the devil, and he saw the devil's claw or his hand, whatever it was. But I always wanted to experience, and believe me or not, I fucking did. I did experience it, and we couldn't wait to get over it. We left the tent and all day, we did.
Well, I have to be honest, I can't wait to get out of here tonight. I'll be really honest with you. Anyway, thanks for your call.
Get going.
All right, good man. Thanks very much indeed. 6797104 is our telephone number. It's Adrian with FM104's phone show. Adrian, I'm a total skeptic, says one of you. My house is meant to be haunted. People in my hometown have these stories about seeing a blanket floating out of one of the windows across the road. Bull. I'm confident I can't be freaked out. I'm confident I can't be freaked out either, I have to be honest with you. And as the lads will tell you, of all of the people who go to these shows, I'm the most sceptical, I have to say. But this year is something very, very different.
It's that smell.
It's vile, isn't it?
No, I wasn't here when this happened. I was lost in the woods, which was freaky. What happened when I was gone?
That thing, whatever it is, with the maggots all over, fell out of the chimney.
Just as what happened?
Nothing. We were just sitting here. It just fell out of the chimney.
Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Louise was standing there. I said, what's the smell? The smell came into the room. As you turned, this huge package come down from the chimney. It was it's either a dog or a goat, but it's been cut up in pieces. The heart has been cut out, and it's just been left there to rot. So it's lying over in the corner.
Do we know
here.
what sort of an animal it is?
I think it's a goat. But I mean, it's something that was deliberately done. It's not something.
But the heart is actually lying on the floor beside it.
That's its heart on the floor there, yeah.
Well, that would be sacrificial without a doubt, and that's happening now. That's not happening years ago.
So what type of people are coming up here sacrificing animals?
Well, you tell me.
I can't believe that's going on in Dublin in this day and age.
It is. I've seen it with my own two eyes here.
Have we got a photograph up on the website?
It's going up, yeah. Lauren, somebody took a photograph of that thing, did they? It's going up, okay. Line 3 is Ali.
By the way, I can tell, Adrian, that you're, and you've done these shows the last couple of years, you're freaked.
I am absolutely, totally freaked. I'm genuinely, sincerely, completely freaked this year.
And every year when we do these shows, and this is up to you whether you believe it or not, the stuff that's happening. You know, if you don't believe in the paranormal, or if you don't believe in satanic things, that's up to you. We're not asking you to believe, we're just telling you what we're witnessing up here, and frankly we don't care whether you believe or not. We're witnessing this, we're living this as it's happening, and I'm telling you that everything that happened tonight actually happened. There is a dead animal lying on the ground beside us. We didn't put it there.
No, we certainly
didn't. The
didn't.
heart of the animal, I'm both upset and angry at that someone would take an animal up here. Have we even confirmed what type of animal it is?
It's so decomposed, the smell of it is I've never smelled rotting flesh before tonight, and it's look, I got sick over there. It's disgusting.
It is. We know two of our other psychics, Keith and Angie Freeland, have just arrived with Tim, our ghost hunter.
Let me take some calls. Ali is on line 3. How are you, Ali?
Hi guys, how are you?
Great, thanks, Ali. Now, this place will be familiar to you.
It would be familiar. As much as I love paranormal activity and dealing with spirits, I think you guys are totally crazy going up tonight. I really do.
I'm not far behind agreeing with you, I have to say.
I'm telling you now, just from being on the phone to you, I can actually sense that animal is in fact a black cat.
No, it's not a black cat. I can see it. It's a white-coloured animal of some sort.
It's white. Well, I can guarantee it's a cat. I take you've heard the story of the cat, have you?
No, tell me the story of the cat.
There. Well, first of all, you do know what the Hellfire Club is, don't you?
Yes, we heard all the stories earlier on.
Yeah, and the roof was blown off in a great storm. You know, I've read up about this on numerous books and websites and everything, you know. I've actually got tales about it I haven't read. I ordered it on the internet, a book about all this, because I just think it's fascinating, you know. But the roof was blown off in a great storm, and they actually say that was Satan himself who actually blew the roof off. You've heard of Loftus Hall in Wexford?
Yes, we've heard of that place as well, yeah.
Yes, that's not unlike the Hellfire Club. Again, acts of Satanism and contacting the dead. And the Hellfire Club was established when a group of guys were playing cards and they let a walker in and a card fell. One lad went down to pick up the card, they found a hoof. In that case, at that instance, the man or this being just shot into a ball of flames and disappeared. I mean, yous are absolutely bonkers going up here tonight. I
didn't think that earlier on, but I do. I'm starting to think it now, to be honest with you.
I'm being on the phone to you, I can actually sense it. You're. I don't know whether it's bravery or stupidity. You know, it's. I'm
just happy that in an hour's time we leave here and I'm never coming back here. I can safely say that I am never.
And do you feel different than you did other nights that you've gone?
No, I have to be honest with you, Ali. Tonight, I mean, you can tell I'm not even taking the piss out of you tonight. I'm genuinely taken aback.
Oh no, you don't stand where you are and take the piss. No, you don't, because they'll bring bad luck, nothing but bad luck. But another story was that the hunters that went up to this lodge actually captured a farmer's daughter, murdered her up at where exactly you. It depends. What room are you in now?
Pardon me?
Whereabouts in the lodge, in the hunting lodge, are you now in the Hellfire Club?
Upstairs.
You're upstairs. Well, apparently that the farmer's daughter was kidnapped, brought to the Hellfire Club, murdered, and then they ate her.
Lovely.
That's another one. Or a woman was sent rolling down that very hill in a burning barrel, and apparently her cries can still be heard on a cold, dark night.
Well, when we were down in one of the rooms downstairs in the basement, and we could definitely hear a girl crying in the background, couldn't we?
And there is no doubt in my mind that there are poltergeists. Very, very strong character poltergeists living there. No doubt in my mind. I mean, I've been up there. I've seen some crazy stuff, and I mean, I'm all into this. But I would not toy with. You know.
All right, Ali, thanks very much indeed for your call. 6797104 is our telephone number. It's FM104's phone show. Live from...
The smell of that dead animal is
it's
actually...
vile. It's absolutely vile.
What kind of people would take an animal up here to sacrifice it?
I don't know. Sick people. And, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough that this is no bullshit. I've done this show for 14 years. Some of you actually have learned to trust me. I tend not to tell lies when I'm doing this program, but what I tell you is the 100% truth, that some badly decomposed animal fell down the chimney covered, now I mean covered, in maggots. I still feel ill. Siobhan, you're on FM104. How are you, Siobhan?
Hi, Adrian. I'm a good fan, and I feel so sorry for it, but you're just freaking me out listening to it. And I've been up there myself from a child, and where I'm living, I can actually see where you are now. And I had experience up there, and I was crying, and I was angry, and I was cold. And in the room that Jeremy was in, I heard a man saying out to him, yes, there was a woman killed in that area where he stood. I actually heard the voice, and it just freaked me out. And that girl that was on there before me, she said it all. Yeah, I would love to go up and I've seen a card on the floor, and what you experienced tonight brought it all back, and I'm just shaking here now, and you just want to get out there because you have to upset the bad spirits. Just want to get out of there quick.
Well, we are going to be out of here in an hour, but
just upset the bad.
When was the last time you were up here?
I'm in my 30s now, so it's probably when I was in my teens, when I was in the Girl Guides and that, you know. When I was a brownie, like, we used to go up there, and when I was in St. John, or the looking after the first aid and that, you know, and the other thing, you know, looking at the first aid and that. Yeah. So you want to get out there because you're not going to have a good night. We're going to be
leaving very, very soon. We're going to be leaving at about 12 o'clock.
Yeah, because like when I was up there, I had bad dreams and everything. So I think that, you know, you have to waken up the bad spirits, and what your experience up there, you have to restore them, and you should just get out before it gets any worse. Because what you're doing for Halloween, it's good. But in a way, I think that the bad spirits are not happy with you being up there.
I feel that myself. Thanks very much indeed for your call. Sarah, you're on FM 104. How are you, Sarah? Oh, Sarah's not there. Bobby, you're on FM 104. How are you, Bobby?
Hello, Adrian.
How are you, Bobby? Now, what did you want to say?
Well, I was up there at the Hellfire Club about 3 months ago, and I saw the devil.
You saw the devil?
I was up there. I walked in, and he was just standing there looking at me.
In which one of the rooms?
You know, as you walk in, the main entrance, and I said to him, I said, what the hell are you? And he said, Bobby, I'm the devil.
Sorry, I'm going to cancel this call. Thanks very much. I'm sorry to cut across you. Lads, are we calling in tonight? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to call it a night. We have to pack in the show tonight, I'm afraid. I do apologise.
Stay together, please.
We're going to play some music, and we'll. I'm really sorry. I'll ring in a couple of minutes. Don't go away. Thank you.
This is FM 104. We're coming from a forest deep in the Dublin mountains. Apologies for the technical difficulties. The FM 104 phone show will be back as soon as possible. FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 phone show
with Adrian Kennedy. It's one of the most terrifying places on earth. Live from the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin mountains. This is the FM 104 phone show with Adrian Kennedy.
Sorry, before the break I said that we were pulling the programme because I was being shouted at that somebody was after being stabbed here. And somebody has been stabbed here. Jen, girls, can you take a picture of this, please? Mike the Sandman is here. Mike, what's after happening to you? I'm after pulling the plug on this programme because I was scared shitless, to be quite honest with you.
To be honest with you, I went down and I asked one of the security guys where could I go for pee, and that's the truth. And I went into the room below and I was finished and I walked out and I felt the knife in my stomach, or there, and I started to scream, but there's nothing there. There's blood, all right. There's nothing there.
Sorry, we will have the photographs up on our website very shortly. This man is absolutely covered in blood.
Downstairs.
Can everybody confirm that I'm seeing the same? We're all seeing the same thing here. Mike has been. He's covered in blood on his stomach. His shirt is covered in blood.
There's no cut.
And there's no cut.
Louise.
Yeah, can we give him some space? We just want to give some space here.
I felt a knife going into my stomach, and I was walking out. And there's no marks. Look, no marks on my shirt.
Look at his shirt. Sorry, you'd have to forgive me. Before the break, I said we were abandoning the show because I've just got told somebody got stabbed, and I'm after getting the fright of my life. You were shaking, Mike. Are you okay? You look absolutely terrified, man.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Give some of that. Would you?
All right, are we okay here?
I don't know what happened, and I'm a long time in this business. And I said to you earlier, I felt it all day. What did I say to you today? I said something about that, and I said this is not a good place. And I wanted to leave. I didn't want to go ahead with the show. I wanted to leave, and now.
Can I just confirm something, Mike?
Because
there's a lot of people texting.
I don't know which one you're on. Try and find out which one you're on. No. Try and find out which one you're on. So you were in this room on your own. As you said yourself, you literally went to have a wee.
That's right.
And oh, that's scary, Mike.
But
are you
there's
okay?
Nothing there.
Can I just confirm?
No, I can see there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Okay, Jeremy, where are you?
I just want to confirm, because a lot of people ringing in and texting, and literally the phone lines are jammed now. 110% you were not stabbed by a person.
The security man. There was nobody in the room.
That's why just to explain it and why we pulled the plug, we thought that it was a person that was after doing it. That's why we were calling the police and the ambulance. Can we confirm 110%?
No, nothing. Nobody's in the room. Security man said I'll stand here while you go for pee.
Because when I came down the stairs, you were coming out of the room alone. There was blood coming out of your stomach.
It's all.
Lauren, how are you getting on with the pictures? Our listeners want to see pictures here, so we are putting. You can stick that reader straight in the front of the computer.
The what?
I'm just trying to explain that to her. We will get pictures up as soon as we possibly can on our website at FM104.
Somebody tell me I'm not imagining it.
No, you're not imagining it. No, I can see that perfectly clearly. Thanks very much. I have a dead animal behind me.
This is
bizarre.
It's freaky.
Okay, what are we doing here for the next half hour?
I'm sorry, we've just been completely thrown off having to do this. Mike, what I want you to do... Sorry, Jennifer, can you bring Mike into the other room and sit him down just to get him to relax? Mike, you go into the other room and drink your Lucasade. Bring that chair in. I mean, to be honest with you, and I know you agree with me, Adrian, we certainly wouldn't have done this had we known something like this was going to happen.
Somebody just said that's a reenactment of the crime. It's only to frighten you.
Well, when I say a grown man...
No, for those of you who are being sceptical, look at the text coming in. Great, lads. Great to keep the ratings going.
No, well, I just
I'm sorry
want to say
troubles.
that annoys me, because how dare you say that? There's a man who's after literally being stabbed in front of 20 witnesses. So how dare you? And I really get annoyed with things like, how dare you even suggest that a grown man would fake being stabbed for the sake of ratings? We don't care about ratings. That's not why we're here. So don't be so foolish. And in fairness, we don't... At a moment like this, we don't even want text message like this. So if you're going to send a text message in saying that it was all made up, text someone who gives a shit. Excuse my French. Would you agree, Adrian?
Yes, and just as if to prove our point, Lauren is in the middle of putting photographs up now. The bizarre thing about that is that man is covered in blood and there's no visible sign of a stab wound.
No.
Bizarre.
Okay, 20 minutes ago... Sorry, lads. Can we have Angie Freeland in here, please? About 20 minutes ago, Angie Freeland came on the scene. Now, Angie, as you'll remember from last year down in Wicklow Jail, was able to tap into a lot of spirits that were in the place. And sorry, lads, can we just have some silence here, please? I know that there's a lot of consternation going on. There's a lot of panic. We just need to compose ourselves. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
We need to compose ourselves, lads. We need to keep the sound down. Can I have Angie in here, please? Angie, as you know, helped us out big time with her husband Keith when we were down in Wicklow Jail. We're joined by Angie and Keith and Tim from Ghost Hunters International. Let me go to you first, Angie. You arrived literally half an hour ago. What is after happening there?
Well, I mean, Mike came in, he was shaking, there was blood on his shirt, and, he appears to have been stabbed in his stomach area, and he's very, very shaken up, obviously.
Have you ever seen something like that? I remember last year in Wicklow Jail, I had the rope around my neck. I've never seen blood being drawn from...
I've never seen something like that, no.
You look genuinely worried.
Yeah, I am concerned. I am concerned for all of us.
Keith, you're walking around with the UV meter. Will you just explain to people what this UV meter actually does?
This isn't a UV meter, this is called a PX box.
Sorry.
We've got an EMF meter. We're getting some readings at the top of the stairs here, so there's something happening there. We're going to go around the building, but we're starting to get readings. Angie's got a sense of a male. The PX box here is a little bit of electronic wizardry so that we can actually speak to spirit, and we're going to try and get that to give us some answers to some questions.
Okay, now Angie, you both came up here last April, I believe. Was it April? And you made contact with a young girl who'd been raped and murdered up here, is that correct?
So I made contact with, in the side room down there, I made contact with a young girl who'd been murdered, and she gave me 3 males, and it was absolutely heartbreaking to listen to her story. And we had the EMF meter on at the time, and every time I gave a name or an age or whatever, the lights were actually flashing to confirm this at that point. I mean, this was a den of iniquity. There was just so much bad stuff that's happened in this place.
I mean, a lot of it's happened tonight. And what about Tim from Ghost Hunters? What sort of equipment has he got that will be able to sort of track this type of thing?
Well, we've got EMF meters, we've got the PX box, which hopefully Spirit is going to imprint their voice in that. I'm really praying and hoping that's going to happen tonight, because that will be something else.
We've got Frank's box.
We've got the Frank's box.
We've got Frank's box, which is another form of a way of contacting Spirit. We've got an infrared webcam, so we can see it at night.
There's a question I have to ask you, and I know Adrian wants to ask this question and as well. One of our team, Mike, has been very, very badly hurt. Is there a possibility, because if there's even a slight possibility that will happen again, I think you're in agreement, Adrian, we'll pull the plug on the show now.
Well, I already have pulled the plug.
Yeah, this isn't being melodramatic or anything like that, but we need to know, are we safe?
How's he been hurt? Mike Fallon, sorry, I thought you meant somebody else.
Yeah, Mike, just there.
I thought you meant another one of the team. I'm picking up a lot of negative energy. At this point, it has to be down to what people really want to do. Do they want to go ahead with this or not? I mean, I'm quite happy to continue here. But obviously there are risks.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm more nervous than I've ever been doing it.
Me too.
The last time I was this nervous
shaking.
was when we did our show in Ibiza.
For different reasons, yeah. I'm absolutely shaking.
Did we do the kind of protection circle before you?
We did the protection, that's why. But we went down, earlier on tonight, we went down to the room down the basement where a man had murdered his wife. Yeah, with the dowsing rods, and we stood on the spot, and I asked questions. The dogs start crying. I felt scratches up my back. There was a lot of activity in that room.
I mean, I still come from a very, very firm belief that whatever exists, whatever spirits exist here, cannot hurt you. You always have a choice. It cannot hurt you.
So why is Mike standing behind us there with blood?
No ideas at the moment. And it's interesting because you look at Mike's torso, and there's no puncture. There's no puncture wounds.
But he's covered in blood.
Yeah, I can't understand that. So, but there's no wound, and I think that's important.
Okay, well, I think we continue. We'll try and make contact. You go off and do your and do your thing, yeah. And in about 10 minutes, then we'll try and make contact with that spirit.
All right, let's take another couple of calls because there's people on hold, and I did ask you to call in, and thanks very much indeed for all of your calls. If you want to check out our photographs, they're on FM104.ie, and please do bear with us. We are at the top of a mountain. We're trying to get the photographs up as quickly as we possibly can, and we're trying to prove everything that has gone on here tonight. For the first time, that smell is just vile.
We have actually.
It's just sickening.
If you're just joining us late, about an hour ago, in the room that we're sitting in where we have our studio set up, I was in the forest at the time, lost, but basically, just out of nowhere, a dead animal, we don't know what animal it is, came down the chimney with its heart ripped out. We had to burn incense
to get rid of the smell, but the smell is still there.
And it still hasn't worked.
Oh. Okay, let me go to Chris. You're on FM104, Chris. How are you?
Hello, how are you doing, Adrian?
How are you, Chris?
I reckon that animal is a cat. The animal that fell out of the chimney.
It's a cat. If it is a cat, it's.
I reckon it's
covered in very long hair. It's.
You remember the girl was talking about the cat? I was up there years ago. I was only 18 years of age, and I was talking to a load of bikers, and they told us about the chimney, to check up the chimney for hooves, no devil's hooves, believe it or not. So I checked the chimney. I climbed up the chimney, and a cat jumped out the chimney. If you climb up the chimney, there's a ledge on the chimney. The cat jumped down from there. We jumped into a car, and I was up there. My friend's uncle was over for miles. He was a rally driver, and we were actually flying down the mountain. He was listening to Queen. You know, Another One Bites the Dust. And we actually hit a Coca-Cola van that day. And that was a summer's day. That was a summer's day that happened. And that's the God's honest.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I wouldn't be in a rush to come back here again. And
my mother, when I got home, my mother said she knew something was going to happen to me that day. And it was only a small Coca-Cola van. We were egging them on. You know what I mean? Because the music was playing and blaring, and That's what did happen. It did happen. I'm nervous now on the radio, you know.
No, fair play to you.
But that's the God's honest truth. That's
all right. Appreciate the call. Thanks very much indeed. Sorry, Jeremy, you were about to say something to me
I was
there.
just talking to Mike there. Mike, can we bring you back over? What we're going to do is, Mike asked me, because I was in that room before, Mike asked me to go back down into the room where that happened. I don't know.
Hey, no.
Well, Mike, come here.
Look at the state of you.
Mike, so you take that microphone for a second.
I would if you're
Yeah, come on.
No, you're not going back
Mike,
to that
why
room.
do you want to go back into that room?
to prove. Come on in, Louise. If you come with me and you come with me, I'll do it. I think if I don't...
To prove what? That somebody else can get stabbed? Lads, be reasonable. I've pulled the plug on this show already. Seriously.
Mike, why do you want to go back into the room?
Because, I've been in this business a long time, and I've never...
Yeah, but you're shaking like you leave your home.
Hang on, Mike, you're covered in blood.
I know.
You're as pale as a ghost.
No, I don't know what to do. But I think that if I don't do something now, I'll carry this forever.
Okay, Adrian, let him go to the room. I'll go with him.
Well, I'm not comfortable with this.
I'll go with him.
I'd nearly prefer us to do this off air. I'd rather not do this live on air. I've already pulled the plug on the show once.
Louise, it's your call as a psychic. I'm quite happy to go into the room with him if it makes him feel.
If I don't do it now, I'll be carrying this with me for the rest of
It's
the
like if you fall off a bike, Adrian, what's the first thing you do? You get back on the bike. I don't want to put Mike in
Neither do I.
more harm.
Lads, we were calling an ambulance 5 minutes ago.
But there's nothing wrong with me.
No, so I can see, but you're covered in blood.
I can't understand.
I'll go down to the room with him. Sorry, let me ask Suzanne. What's Suzanne?
You're off your head. Seriously, Jeremy.
Lads, you're after witnessing that. This yoke falling down the chimney. Seriously, Jeremy, go over there and talk amongst yourselves, and let me just take another.
Okay, well, it's up to Mike. Mike's an adult. It's his decision. If he wants to go down, we can do it off air or on air. But if he wants to go down to the room, that's up to him. Mike. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
I just want someone to put a cap on it and say, okay, that you can't see anything in there. I don't know what went wrong. Was there something sticking out?
Okay, Adrian, 10 minutes we go down to the room together. We'll do it. I'll give you 10 minutes to think about it, Mike, and if you're still okay after 10 minutes, we go into the room. If nothing else, to Adrian, to let that man's mind at ease.
I'm not happy with this. I'm just telling you.
Okay, Mike, you've 10 minutes to think about it, okay? Is that fair enough, Louise? 10 minutes? You'll go with him. But hang on, this is the room that you said you wouldn't go into.
Well, he shouldn't have gone in then, should he?
But now you're offering to go back down to it.
Well, if he needs to, because I'm stronger than he is. Look at him.
I'll go with. Okay, I'll tell you what. 10 minutes. I will go with Mike and Louise. Okay.
All right. Let me go to Anthony. You're on FM104. How are you, Anthony?
How are you, Adrian?
And sorry, a lot of people are texting in. This is all bullshit. This isn't all bullshit, and I swear on all that's good to me that this isn't all bullshit. I am absolutely trembling here.
Yeah, we go up camping there all the time now.
Fair play to you.
We're going up this Halloween, actually. We're going up Saturday and we're coming home the Monday.
You're going up on Saturday?
Yeah, and coming home
on Monday?
We always go for the 2 days, you know.
Are you mad or what?
No, I'm telling you, the first time we went up there, Adrian, right, we were like it ourselves. We were breaking it. And we were saying things and everything else. But I think that the mind plays a lot of tricks as well when you're that nervous.
Well, no, I honestly, we've done these shows for the last 3 years. This is our 3rd year. Yeah. And this is the first time I've been genuinely nervous.
Oh, we were the same the first night and the first time we went up there. We used to go camping around Kilbride. And we just came up with the idea of the Hellfire Club. And we went up. Now, the first time we went up, we only went up for the 1 night. But we were absolutely bricking it.
Well, I'm absolutely bricking it.
Yeah, but that's the way we were, and we were seeing things, and we were hearing things, but now it's like second nature. We go over there now at night without any torches or anything.
But the thing I'm freaked out about is, I'll be honest with you, I will never, ever, ever come up here again. Yet you're coming up here for the whole Halloween.
Brilliant. It's brilliant, Adrian.
Fair play to you.
It's great. Now it is.
I'd say you're a man after my own heart, but mine won't be coming back up here again.
I'm
looking at everybody around me here, and this is the God's honest truth. Everybody around me is as pale as a ghost. Yeah. I know we're in a scary place.
Our boss, the boss of FM104, was literally on the phone 10 minutes ago saying, "Lads, I want you out of there."
Yeah, it is. Is that your first time now up there at night time?
This is my first time up here since I was 8 years old.
Yeah, it is
that time
scary.
It is very scary, yeah.
Yeah, it's very and the rooms are so dark as well.
It's very, very unnerving now. I have to be honest. It's the weirdest experience I've ever had. Look, I appreciate the call. Thanks very much indeed. Let me just take one more call that I have on the desk here, and that's Billy. You're on FM104. Billy, how are you?
How you doing? How's story?
All right, Billy.
Yeah, we were up there one time. Me and a bunch of my mates. She went up there for a dare, basically, you know. And we had a game of cards in the place, you know, just
right
to provoke something. And I tell you, it would be the first time and the last time I'd ever go up there. We were playing a game of poker, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, a gust of fucking wind just came in, and we ran down that hill, we ran down that mountain, and we never went up. It was just, you couldn't explain it. All of a sudden, it was a calm night. It was a summer's night, calm night. All of a sudden, boom, wind, gust of wind, howling, screaming. We ran out of the place. I'm telling you, fair play to being up there. And see that thing that came down the chimney? I take it as a goat, because a goat is a sign of the devil, you know, on the pentagram.
Yes, and somebody said that here as well, but to me it looks like a goat, but to be honest, it's after being covered up. We had to cover it up with plastic bags because of the smell. The smell is absolutely putrid. It really is.
I reckon if it smells like that,
sick in the corner of the room here.
It's probably not that long up there, because there still is like people that go up there, like, and they all that.
This animal is dead a long time because it was covered in maggots.
Yeah. Well, I say it's either a goat. I do believe the story about the cat as well. You say like do rituals and cats up there as well and bury them around the place. And there's a few things like animals, like goats, sheep, everything buried around that place. You know what I mean? So it is fair play just for being up there tonight. And your man getting stabbed, how is he? Is he all right?
He's all right, yeah. The most bizarre thing, and you'll see, is that photograph up yet, Lauren? Yeah. Is the photograph of Mike up yet? It's on our website. You can see the man is absolutely covered in blood.
Yeah. No, what that's probably the ghost actually trying to get us out there. You know what I mean? Scaring you. You know what I mean? Like
it's working.
Yeah, I say it does, but...
All right, appreciate the call. Thanks very much.
All right, bye.
Cheers, bye-bye. 6797104 is our telephone number. We'll try and squeeze in a few more calls before the end of the programme tonight. It's the most peculiar phone show I've ever been involved in, I have to be honest, in the 15 years of doing this programme. Doing a programme in welly boots, in the open air, behind a radio studio, with dead animals falling out of chimneys and people getting stabbed, all as we broadcast live from the Hellfire Club at the top of Montpellier Hill here in Dublin. I've kind of relaxed a little bit now. You all right there?
Yeah, no, we've just been told, Mike, and I've just been told by management that we can't let you go back down into that room. Nobody is allowed back into that room.
No, well, I agree with that.
That's not my call.
I agree with that 100%.
I'm sorry, Mike. If you want to do it on your own time, that's fine. But I've just been told by management.
We can't. So, well, I agree with that. I have to be honest. I wasn't overly happy with doing it anyway. Look, I'm going to take another quick break, and
I think we'll be talking to Angie and Tim and
just get a vibe on this place before we wrap up tonight. Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick break. We're back in just a moment.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of The Unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show.
FM 104's phone show with the Sunday world. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show
with Adrian Kennedy. It's one of the most terrifying places on earth. Live from the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin Mountains. This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
Now you're very welcome back. We're broadcasting live from the Hellfire Club up at the top of Montpellier Hill here in Dublin. You can see us from the M50. If you're driving along the M50 tonight, around the Rathfarnham area, look up towards the mountains and you will see the Hellfire Club lit up tonight. I have to be honest with you, and I know a lot of you are skeptical. I'm the ultimate skeptic. Anyone who's worked with me on these shows over the last few years will tell you that I'm the ultimate skeptic. This year it changed. This place has me shaken like a leaf.
It's evil.
It really is. We have people who've been checking out this place, from Irish ghost hunters,
Well, let's just, what's that, Tim, that you have? What are you walking around with there?
Tim.
Tri-field meter, which checks for natural magnetic frequencies and fields. It'll also check for electric. Isolated, there was no electric or radio frequencies coming in, and we're just picking up magnetic signatures constantly here, which is strange. Because
sorry, what have you got here, Keith? Hang on a sec.
This is the PX box. So what this does, it monitors the environment and then electronically links the changes in the environment and magnetic field to a vocabulary of about 2,000 words. Now, in the room...
Let me just put the mic up just so you can hear it.
Medicine. Red.
Let me just go over to Angie here. What have you got, Angie?
The EMF reader. This lights up when there's electromagnetic field around, and this is going crazy in here. At the same point that my stomach really started to hurt, I felt like I just wanted to fold over. This room is absolutely spine-chilling. It's got a horrible feeling to it.
Earlier on, we were in this room, and over here we believe is where the altar once was, and the fireplace as well. There were sacrifices made here. What are you feeling here?
Well, do you know, it's funny, but for me, what I'm getting is a female spirit here. I don't know what Louise might have picked up here earlier, but I certainly am getting a very strong female presence here. But obviously she's not one, something's happened to her here, you know.
Now, sorry, Jeremy, I just want to come back to Tim here. Tim, I can see the meter here. Can we come out and get a photograph of this meter as well, just so that we can put it up on the website? Tell me exactly what that meter is reading again.
Okay, Adrian, it's a tri-field meter, right? It checks 3 different types of field. One is electric, like that you pick up from your generator outside, or the mains power. The next one is for radio, which would pick up if there's a radio transmitter. Obviously there is in this. And then there's one for magnetic, which will just check for magnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields are what can appear if this is supposed to be spirit activity beginning to form. So it's switched to magnetic, so that's isolating it from electric and radio, and it's just picking up electromagnetic fields right now. And you can see it's gone up into the red there. It's weird.
And you can hear the meter. Let you hear it at home.
Sorry, hang on. What's happening here? Sorry, Adrian. Sorry, Keith. What are you doing?
So what we've had on the PX box, we've had the word blood, and we had the name Sally. Now, what I'm doing is just calling out the name Sally and asking if Sally's around us, and our EMF meter's measuring magnetic field.
Try that again. Okay, so.
Okay, Sally, can you come closer to us, darling? Show us that you're here and make this little grey box light up for me. Come on, sweetheart. You were here a moment ago, so come on in. Come on, darling. Come on, sweetheart. It's not doing it now. It was going crazy a moment ago. Come on, Sally. Come forward.
Sorry, where did you say the ghost is?
It's just started. Thank you, sweetheart. Can you do it again for me? Come on, darling. Make them light up stronger, just to confirm that you're here. We don't mean you any harm, sweetheart. Come on, my love. Come on, sweetheart. You did really well there. Can you do that again? Let everyone see. Come on, darling. Are you still with us? Come on, sweetheart. Come forward.
Where in the room, Angie, is the presence?
I felt a real sickness here. Here we go. It's just doing it again. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, darling. Can you do it again? And of course, Tim's box is going off as well. But this is actually where I felt it, and I really felt it in my stomach.
So who is this?
This is a female that I've picked up just since I've been in here in these few minutes, and her name is Sally, and I know that something happened to her in here. It is Sally? Yeah. And I know that something's happened to her in here, and I want to go that, you know, she was, so it's definitely something happened to her stomach. I think she's been stabbed, she's been sacrificed.
Really?
Well, you know, you go to the stomach area.
There she is again. There's the just to explain to those of you listening at home. Angie is holding a UV meter. Basically, it's a little box that lights up when there's any sort of contact with.
When electromagnetic fields around, and what's happening is when we say her name, she's been lighting up. When I stopped in this area, which is when it started lighting, my stomach was killing me. So I know that her dying was through her stomach. You know, we're looking at an altar room. Okay, so
is she here beside us?
She's around us, yes, definitely. She's letting us know that she's here. This is why the lights are going up.
Does she live here?
No, she's not living here. She's coming in. She's coming in to visitation. She's not stuck here. She's not stuck here.
Everybody a little silent later. We might run what we call an EVP session, electronic voice phenomenon, where we'll call out and we'll record onto a little recorder, and if anything comes back, then later when we check the audio on the editor, we'll see. Bizarre.
Sorry, what are you hearing, Keith?
No, I'm just listening here. I'm just suggesting that later on we can
Oh, there's something now, look.
It's happening again, and so is Tim's.
Sorry, what did you say, Tim?
I said, this has just gone off the rails. This is crazy. Yeah, this meter, I mean, it's very sensitive, but a lot of the investigations we go on, we could go the whole night and maybe get it up to a 2 or a 3. It's into the red here.
Can I just tell you, I'm not staying here all night.
Oh, lads.
Absolutely no way.
Sorry, what's wrong, Adrian?
I said I'm not staying here all night.
No.
Not a chance.
Adrian, I want you to witness this as well, the UV meter here. And see.
I've seen them, yeah.
Going off thank you, darling. Can you do it again for us? Can you let us? That's it. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. You are amazing.
So this EMF meter, as it's called, is going into the red now. What does that mean?
Well, that means it's very strong. I've asked her to make all the lights on the EMF reader light up, and that's
she's doing that.
exactly
She's
what
doing that. I can see
how
it.
strong she is with her energy.
And her name is Sally.
We keep getting Sally.
Can you ask her a question, or can she speak to us? Or
Well, we can get her to try and answer through the.
Look, it's gone, yeah. Sally, if you're here with us, would you walk towards the lady with the grey box in her hand with all the lights? Walk towards it, it'll do you no harm. We're just here to document the fact that you're here with us. If you can walk towards the lady.
Okay, Sally, I'd like to ask you, did you die in this room? If you did, can you make the lights go off here, please? On this little grey box, did you die in this room, darling? If you did, can you make the lights go off for me, please?
Okay, we're waiting.
she didn't die in this room, did she?
Give her a chance.
Did she die in the house?
Well, this is what. Did you die in the house, darling? Can you make the lights go up for me? Can you make the lights go off for me? Come on, did you die in this house? Come on, sweetie. She's not answering. Are you scared? Are you scared to answer that because who might be around you? If that's the case, my love, can you show us? Just make the lights go for us. You've done so well so far. Can you do that again for me? Come on, sweetheart. She's not going to answer. She's not going to answer. If you're not alone, sweetheart, let us know. Come on, darling, let us know.
Is she playing with you, or is she just being stubborn?
She's definitely not playing. No, I don't think she's being stubborn. I think she's concerned about who's with her.
And how are the other meters? Are they still reacting?
Oh, it's just look.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's in with who's with her.
There's somebody. Look at it. It's going crazy.
Is somebody called? Let's just wait till she stops the red lights. Thank you so much. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. Okay. Do you have a male with you, my love? Do you have a male with you here? If you do, can you show that by making the lights go off? Use the energy around here. Come on. Make the lights go off.
There's such a weird energy around here, isn't there, Adrian? Whoa!
Oh,
look
wow.
at the lights.
Thank you, darling. Yes.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, we can definitely see those lights.
The question was, does she have a male with her? Are you scared, darling? If you are, can you make the lights go off again for me, sweetheart? Come on. Yeah.
Oh, look,
thank you. Thank you.
The lights are flashing now, ladies and gentlemen, flashing into the red on this meter.
Wow, she's really letting us know, isn't she? She's absolutely amazing. Look at this.
So what's happening here? She's here with a man. Her name is Sally. We know that.
We've got Sally. We know that she's here with a male, and with him I get, I've had this feeling with this energy since the moment I walked in this door, and he's very strong, very stocky, and when we went down into the room downstairs, I got.
Sorry, just look across. Is he behind us? There's something behind us.
Around us. Yes, he is around us.
Can anybody else sense that there's something in that corner of the room?
And look, she's agreeing with you. Look, the lights are going off.
Oh, the lights are going crazy there.
Yeah.
Is there another room that you need to go into because I know we're coming towards the end.
I think we can go down to that room now, downstairs now.
So maybe we take a break. Will we take a break or?
No. You can follow me.
Okay, we'll all go down.
Okay. Sorry, lads. Are we good to go down to that room? I think we're good to go down to that room.
Okay, so we're going to do this literally live.
So we're
go ahead.
walking down the stairs now. Mind yourselves on the stairs.
Sorry, just while you're going down there, Adrian, I just want to.
Where's the mic for there?
Sorry, Adrian.
Okay.
Just while you're.
Follow us.
Sorry, Adrian.
Yes.
Just while you're going in there, I just want to talk to Mike, who's still... How are you feeling now, Mike?
I've calmed down a lot now. I did want to go back into the room to put it to rest, whatever happened. I wanted Louise and yourself to come with me, but management say I can't do that. But I've calmed down a lot. Still don't understand it. If anyone can tell me what's happened, I don't know.
I don't understand it either. I said we've done this show so many times. I just don't know. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go down to the room with the rest of the group.
Okay.
And I said, as I know for you listening at home, it's more visual than audio because what we have here in front of us are visual meters.
Now, I should be on the other mic. Let me just see. Can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Okay.
Sorry, I'm making my way towards the room. It's absolutely piddling down outside, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, this is the room that we haven't been in this room. We've had to come outside the building and back in again to come into this room. Okay, so I want to find out about this room. If you've just tuned in, by the way, you're listening to the FM104 phone show. We're broadcasting live from the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin Mountains.
And that's what I think we need. I know there's people outside. We need complete and utter silence for this. Sorry, what are you seeing here? Sorry, let me just ask you.
Sorry, Jeremy, we've lost you on that mic. You'll have to come over here. No, I can't hear you. You'll have to come over here. Sorry, lads. Tell me what you saw there.
So, when we were here earlier, this PX box gave us the names Jim and Jack. It also said the word blood 4 times. And what Angie and I got...
Did that just say devil?
I don't know. Wasn't listening.
Sorry, let me just...
Decides not to say anything now. Okay.
But what Angie and I have in here is a large table in the middle of this room. And this is where a lot of rape and death happened in this room over this table. And that's what we've got. Now, in the corner over there by the window is where we got a huge amount of activity, and I don't think we can get the mics in the corner, can we not?
I can't get it that far, no. Sorry, say that again, Tim? A bang over in that corner.
The other thing that happened here, Tanya, one of our team, as soon as she came in here, absolutely burst into tears in this corner over here behind me, and felt sick. Tanya?
That was yourself, Tanya?
That was myself, yeah. I was standing in the corner and I actually felt physically sick, like I nearly really did throw up. And I got outside and I could not stop crying. I just burst into tears.
This is not a nice room. The atmosphere in here is horrible. Really thick. Really thick.
Sorry, Angie.
I came in here first off about half an hour ago. I got a very strong sense of don't. You know, it was foreboding. It was, you don't go in there.
I'm just looking at your meter now. It's absolutely hopping off the scale. What's that telling you?
Well, again, electromagnetic field, which is spirit around here, because we've got no electricity in Dublin Mountains. Sandman. He said Sandman.
Sorry, the machine... Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the meters. I'm trying to actually hear... Diversion, it sounds like. Not saying anything now. So I'm just literally up close to... I don't know what that was. I can hear all your meters going insane here.
This is the EMF meter, and that forbidding feeling that I had earlier. You know, when I came in here, I heard "don't" when I came into the room earlier, and this was going off. Tanya burst out crying, which I've never seen Tanya do. She can put up with most things, you know, and it's still going crazy again. So we are being warned against this room, without a doubt.
That's a good call for me to get out of here. All right. I don't like doing things that I'm told not to do. My mammy always told me. All right, we're going to take a very quick commercial break and come back to us for a final wrap-up. Live from the Hellfire Club on Montpellier Hill in Dublin. This is FM104's Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
Stay with us. We're right back with more of the unexplained. FM 104. FM 104's Phone Show with the Sunday World. Born here, bred here, read here. FM 104's Phone Show with the Sunday World. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM 104 Phone Show
with Adrian Kennedy. It's a place of evil, terror, and horror. Who knows what lies in wait? This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy, live from the Hellfire Club.
Live from the Hellfire Club is right, and just to prove that it's live, it's 3 minutes to midnight on Thursday. What day is it? Thursday the 28th, is it? Yeah, Thursday the 28th of October. It's nearly the 29th. And all night tonight we have, as I said, been broadcasting live from the Hellfire Club at the top of the Dublin Mountains. Our boss wants us to pull the plug on the show. That's the first time that's ever happened. Kennedy, get off the air. That's never happened to me before. We've had... Well, let's do a wrap-up and let's go around the room here. We'll have everybody in the room. I want to do a wrap-up on the programme tonight. And after midnight tonight, by the way, we're going to be talking to a radical man from a couple of years back about Halloween and why Halloween should be banned, basically. His name is Dan Corner. That's coming up just after midnight tonight. But okay, let's do a little wrap-up around the room here. Jeremy.
Okay, well, let's go to Pat first. Pat, you were the person that brought us up here. What was the worst? Okay, first of all, sum up the night.
Well, look, let's be honest. We had a lot of stuff planned. We didn't even get to do a séance tonight. We're hoping to do a séance. We're hoping to do lots of stuff. None of that happened because things happened here tonight which none of us were expecting. And Adrian, I apologise. I did tell you to pull the show at one point. There was concerns here, some of which we can't really go into on air, but there's stuff happening here which we were genuinely concerned. When that happens, we have to make a decision. Thankfully, we're all okay. We are all safe. And thanks to everyone who texted in concerned. We are okay. But, I mean, the stuff that happened here tonight, you just can't explain it. And I can't wait to get out of here.
And what would you say to people, and as always when we do Halloween shows, you know, they say, oh, it's all made up, that was fake blood on Mike, and that isn't really a dead animal that's underneath the bag. I can
get up here and smell it.
Yeah, you come up here and smell it if you don't think it's... What would you say to those people?
Look, I'm one of the biggest skeptics out there, and I'm the first to say, you know, what's all that about? But I've got to be honest tonight. What I'm looking at here in front of me is, I mean, I don't even know what animal that is. It's disgusting. I almost vomited twice. Adrian, I know you did vomit, and I hope you're okay, but... I mean, you just can't explain it. And I know it's very hard, people are listening at home trying to describe what it looks like, but I can't describe it. It just looks like a mangled body of an animal. There's a piece of a heart lying beside Adrian's foot, and we have to cover some stuff but we actually missed a bit, but it's just disgusting.
Everybody walks into this room covering their mouth. It's rotten flesh. It's vile. It's disgusting. And I wish we could broadcast the smell. We just can't.
Absolutely.
But
it's just the last hour alone has been an experience I never want to repeat, and that's just, you know, for everyone's safety. I can't say what happened on air.
Okay, no.
A lot of stuff.
Okay, then earlier on tonight, I think it was about an hour and a half ago, we sent 2 girls into the forest for the Blair Witch style.
We had to abandon that. Jennifer, how was that for you, being left in the forest alone with Suzanne?
One of the scariest things that I've ever had to do, ever. I mean, like, I've been here last year and the year before for all the Halloween shows, and we have seen some really scary things, some eerie things. This year is different. There's a different sense of eeriness about it. It's
it's evil, isn't it?
It is really hard to describe, and I know a lot of people will, you know, kind of say, oh yeah, right, but it actually is. It's really, really eerie. I mean, the woods alone, like, torches didn't even do anything. Like, a torch couldn't do anything in the pitch black. You just constantly felt like there was somebody behind you, somebody kind of touching off you. And like, at one stage, I think we were just so glad that Adrian pulled it, because at that stage, I think we were just about to start asking, could we come out?
It was pandemonium. Suzanne, you were also in the forest at one stage.
Yeah, horrendous.
I got lost in the forest, walking around for 15 minutes.
I forgot all about you because we were more concerned about this dead animal falling down the chimney.
I'm missing in the forest for 15 minutes. I was afraid to turn the torch on, screaming for someone to help me. Nobody came.
In hell, nobody hears you scream.
How would you sum up the night, Suzanne?
I think it's just been really, there's just been a horrible feeling all night. When we do these shows, like last year, we'd kind of come back into where we set up studio. And there's a bit of laugh kind of almost just to try and, you know, because you get so kind of wound up or whatever. But this year, just, I've never experienced anything like it. We're all just completely on nerve. Everybody, I've never seen the lads pack up as quickly.
No,
we just want out.
Just want out of here. And the difference between, I know, a group of lads could come up here tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock and you won't experience
you heard the fellas who were going to camp here for the whole weekend. They're coming here tomorrow night.
But you can come up here and if you really want to experience something from the other world, you need to bring somebody with psychic ability up with you, don't you? You really do. Or somebody like Tim, who's from Ghost Hunters International. What have you?
Just Irish Ghost Hunters. Yeah, we suppose we will go international at some point.
Well, ghosts are international. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Everywhere, yeah.
What did you've been up here the last hour and a half. What have you seen?
We felt a very strange energy when we walked up here initially. Very negative energy. Angie would be the most sensitive of the group, being the psychic, and it was really bad. We went into different rooms using different types of EMF meters, electromagnetic fields. And we were picking up very, very strong readings off the EMF fields and K2 meters, which are another type of going off the wall, which is pretty strange. We don't usually get that level of activity. And we also isolated that it wasn't your transmitter links back to the studio or your generator system. We isolated to the fact that it is actually magnetic. So what's causing it? Well, you know, Angie would probably be able to tell you their names.
Okay, we come to Angie now in a sec. Louise, you're up here since, 6 o'clock this evening? You did, Louise, I believe Adrian didn't want to come here initially.
No, the first time Louise and I spoke about this, she said, I don't really want to go. It's the first time, honestly, in all the years I've known Louise, and I've known you a fair few years at this stage, I've never...
And I'm not a scaredy cat.
Of course, you knew about this long, but we only knew about this at 9 o'clock. You knew about this weeks ago, and you didn't want to go.
In fact, I believe you even tried talking Pat out of even doing the show up here. Is that right?
There were a few other locations that we thought might be ghost-friendly. But they're not just simple ghosts here. It's way, way different. You're dealing with something completely different here. And this just goes to show to trust your intuition. I don't think the Sandman did his cleansing properly when we did. He said he didn't listen to me because I think he was the only one that was actually physically kind of hurt. But either way, this is definitely the weirdest thing I have ever gone through. And especially I was standing behind Adrian when that animal fell. There was no smell here at all evening. The lads were all, the tech guys were here all day. There was
Nothing happened.
30 seconds, this incredible smell. I just said, can anybody get that smell? And down it came.
Which brings us to the most eventful, probably for all the wrong reasons, but the most eventful moment of the night happened about an hour ago when literally we had to pull the plug on the show. Just to explain to people who may not have been listening what happened, we were upstairs in the Hellfire Club where we've set up a studio. Someone ran up the stairs shouting, Mike has been stabbed, Mike has been stabbed. Pull the plug. I immediately ran down the stairs.
And we did pull the plug, by the way.
We did pull the plug. We're not that heartless. Literally came straight down the stairs and there was Mike standing at the entrance to the room, nobody else there, and blood coming out of his side. Just explain to people again, Mike, what exactly happened.
It's difficult to say exactly. Now I've calmed down now, but I know I am in shock, and I've been in this business a long time. Anyone that knows me, I've been here a long time, and they would come to me for explanations and stuff like this. But this is just something I have ever in my life experienced. I don't like this place, never liked it, and I agreed with Louise that I didn't want to come here. But I thought, well, maybe it'd be fun. And what happened was I was walking around here and I wanted to go for pee, and that's to be honest. And I couldn't write that into a script. I wanted to go for pee, and I said to one of the security guys, where can I go? He said, don't go around the back. There's a few kids around the back there. So I went into the room that we were in earlier, and I went for pee in the corner. And as I turned around to button up my coat, I was stabbed in the stomach. And literally, I felt a knife going into my stomach. I screamed. Half fell down, and I called the security guy and he helped me back. We walked in here. I opened up my shirt. Louise come to look at me, and there's nothing. I mean,
you're still covered in blood. I mean, your shirt is absolutely covered in blood.
There is no mark whatsoever, no penetration, nothing, and I'm covered in blood. So I just do not understand.
You don't have an explanation.
No explanation whatsoever, and I don't know. I might give this game up.
Don't blame you.
Let's come to Angie Freeland. Angie, you were down in Wicklow Jail with us last year. We had some crazy stuff happen down there. It was nothing compared to this, was it?
No, I mean, there has been a lot going on, but I mean, we've only been here for the last hour. So, and in that last hour, what I've picked up is such negative energies wherever you go. I mean, that's for sure. I got a warning in one of the rooms. I felt sick in the other room, and the female that came through via the EMF meters.
What was her name again? Just to recap, the girl's name, Sally.
It was Sally.
So what do we know about Sally? She's here with a man, is that right?
She died here. I know. And at first, I asked her, did she die down in that room? And she said she didn't answer with the lights coming on. And then we asked if she had died in the house, and then she did. All the lights went crazy. So she did die in this area, and there's no way. And I know she died via her stomach, and yet I can't really put it's like a stab. It's a stabbing, Maybe it was something more, I don't know, but that's certainly in the stomach area. That's where I got it.
Oh.
Does that tie in with what happened to Mike?
I have no ideas. I can't answer that. I just know that, what I got in there was a very sharp pain, and I was in there a matter of moments, and I've got a very sharp pain that this was going crazy. It's that room over there, Mike, straight over there, and it was like a stabbing feeling. I don't know.
What did you feel, Keith, when you arrived up?
Well, as soon as I walked into the building, there's a really thick and foreboding atmosphere. We were here in April with the Irish Ghost Hunters. We got the same sort of feeling. We didn't get anywhere near the same level of activity as we did tonight. And yeah, we did. We heard when we were actually on our way up here. We heard you talking about the forest. Tim and I actually spent some time in that forest when we were here in April. Got a lot of activity in there. It's weird there. It really is weird there.
Well, now I have to ask you a question, and I know a lot of people are texting in the last 2 hours wanting to know who's coming up here sacrificing animals. That animal was obviously a sacrificed animal. Who?
God knows. It does definitely seem like it's some kind of a sacrifice, all right, doesn't it? And especially in the stage of decomposition that the whole thing is, the smell is just...
The fact that the heart was actually lying out on the ground. The heart was lying out on the ground.
Sorry, and the smell, even though it's covered up in plastic, the smell is still has my eyes watering.
I don't know how you did the show.
With the greatest difficulty, I'll be honest.
Okay, well, that's everybody's feelings.
We're going to wrap up tonight.
I never want to come to this place again.
No, for the first time ever, I'm glad to be getting out of here. I really, really am. For those of you who have missed tonight's entire programme, for those of you who've just tuned in, I've seen some of you tuning in. We've been broadcasting live from the Hellfire Club at the top of Montpelier Hill. Sleep safe, sleep sound. I hope we do too. I'm Adrian Kennedy. He's Jeremy Dixon. From all of us here, thanks very much indeed, everybody. We'll talk to you live again Monday night. Good night.
FM104's Phone Show with the Sunday World. Born here, bred here, read here.
The FM104 Phone Show.